Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody from across the world. Now I remove earpiece first. My name is Stokes for Football Fan Tribe, and you're welcome to this. I don't want to call them first. Let me just call it first of many. You're welcome to the first episode of our calling show that is going to be a weekend review. And of course, the Ballon d'Or ceremony they go right now. So we'll talk about the Ballon d'Or ceremony. The link is in the description to the studio. So if you want to join us in the studio and join us from wherever you are, please, and I beg you're free to click the link and then come into the studio so that we go rub minds, we go share thoughts and move on. If you're new here though, this is Football Fans Tribe. We interview Nigeria football fans after matches and we give you Nigeria football fan content back to back. So if you're new here, please, and I beg, and whatever I beg is in your language, click the subscribe button. So I may look alone, but I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have some senior men in the house, and I will just introduce them one by one. So let's go. Starting from Inimini Manimo. Father had a donkey, donkey cry. Okay, so who do I start from? All right, let's start with the man with a blue shirt but supports the red club.
Yo,
Dave!
hello, Toxic.
How
How
far
are
now?
you? I'm good, brother.
Adi,
I'm good. How are you doing?
Adi, man, blow your trumpet as you don't show now. We move. All right, so the next person, Gbemiga by name, is an Arsenal fan, huge Arsenal fan, knowledgeable, intelligent, and everything.
What's up, my man? How you guys doing, man?
We do all right. We do all
It's
right.
it's
Man,
good
blow
to
your
see
own
you.
horn now. And then a blue in the building, a Chelsea fan by the name of Horkays, CFC. How you
Yes,
say,
sir.
brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. Up the Blues,
Mhm.
up Blues, up Chelsea, up Chelsea. Let's get it.
Okay, so we get
Very well. Very
two
well.
debuts on Football Fan Tribe here, Abi. Birmingham, this is your first time on our channel, now, Abi?
Yeah, on the live channel. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my
And
first
then
time.
Horkays, this is your first time
Yes,
on
sir.
YouTube here.
On YouTube. Exactly.
Good. And then David is now making a debut. He is kind of a regular here, or he was rather before he went to the diaspora and joined diaspora family. So David, how far are your side? How everything since then?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I've actually missed Fan Strive, but seeing where the channel is at right now, I can't be any. If there's any English like prouder, I can't be any prouder. I'm very happy with where Fans Tribe is right now.
Yeah. We move. We thank God. All right, so we have many things on the agenda. I'm seeing somebody here, Ziggy. Okay, but he needs to get his network up and running. So we have a couple of things on the agenda. Very important matters. The Ballon d'Or ceremony is currently going on, and then we have the little matter of the weekend fixtures that just passed. So many things to talk about, and hopefully we could touch everywhere. Why you shake your head now? Okay, we never reach. Why are you shaking your head? Stop shaking your head.
We move.
Sorry. Okay, so let's just start from one of the earlier games on what was it on Saturday, right? I think that was Arsenal's game. Arsenal's game was Saturday, Nabi.
Yeah, it was Saturday. It was the very first game on Saturday.
Yeah.
Early kickoff. Clean 2-0 win. But were you happy?
I'm guessing you're asking me now because I'm really the Arsenal fan. But yeah,
Are you now?
to be honest, right? On one hand, I'm happy, right? You're always happy when your team gets 3 points, right? You can never be sad about that. But
Yeah.
the thing with Arsenal is we're still not very convincing, right? Especially in chance creation, right? So if you watch that game, say Newcastle will never be like team we go score you, right? They were pushing here, but they didn't really like carve out anything, right? So as the supposedly bigger team, you expect that you're the ones that will cause more problems. And I don't think that we're that fluid in attack just yet. We're not creating any chances. We had that one chance where Aubameyang you see empty post, score. And people go on, vex. By the end of the day, in 45 minutes, that was Aubameyang's only shot, right? And you're asking yourself, that's a big problem when you're not creating enough chances for your main striker to score goals. So, yeah, we won at the end of the day. Beautiful goals, right? Bukayo Saka, as in Martinelli, those two goals, very, very beautiful goals. But at the end of the day, when the major thing you want to address is you want your club to be scoring goals, and I don't think Arsenal is there yet.
Interesting. They are not there yet. Okay, so what do you think of Arsenal FC?
Yeah, I
Honest
think
opinion.
yeah, facts. Before the game, I think we even talked about the game somewhere on Twitter space where like this should be a game Arsenal should put to bed because these are the kind of teams that when you play together as a team, you're likely to get a result. And I think so far, what Ateta has been doing in that Arsenal squad, they've been working together as a team. Everyone works. There's no big boy, there's no small boy. Everyone is working together. So I was actually confident Arsenal was going to get a win, but I was not thinking they were going to keep a clean sheet. I was really surprised with the clean sheet. But that 2-0, I think it was already, even on paper, Arsenal had to win that game already.
Interesting. Okay, so I think we have Tiki, who is the guest. So let's see if we can add Tiki. Tiki, are you there?
Okay, so
I
think we have Tiki. Who is the
You
guest.
need to mute
Let's
your loudspeaker because we're going to hear ourselves.
Tiki, are you there?
Hear
Oh,
ourselves.
my speaker. Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
okay. Make
I think
sense.
we have Tiki.
So if you just wear earpiece.
Case don't call even sorry, Tiki don't even mute himself. Tiki, don't mute yourself. Mute us.
Mute,
See, just wear earpiece so that if you hear us.
mute the stream. Mute the stream.
Because now we know if you hear you. Okay, no problem.
It's playing the stream there, so we
Yeah,
know
well, we need to hear you.
We know they hear you. We know they hear you.
I'm even trying to mute his mic.
And they
from here.
try reading lips, if you know. They pick anything.
Tiki, wait. Can you hear us? Okay, unmute your mic.
Okay, I've unmuted my mic.
Now you need to wear earpiece so that we're not going to hear ourselves two times over.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that just put me like as a back guest for now. Let me go find my headphones.
So that we're not going to hear ourselves.
Alright, no issue.
Yeah, so just remove.
No issue. All right, we heard that loud and clear. I think we have somebody here. Yongi, are you there? You don't speak, we'll move on. Oh. Why is this Yongi looking like a beast?
Anyways, before while we're sorting that out, right? Because I've been here waiting your case just talk now about like Arsenal and not having any big person, right? You just have a bunch of youngins playing together, right? Because I mean you're a Chelsea fan, right?
Yeah.
And, Chelsea are a top team, right? They get many big name players for that club.
Fact.
So comparing like Chelsea's model to Arsenal's model, right? Which one do you think will be more successful? Right, having those established, experienced, big name players who have done it all and can, pull a game, and these young games where go they make mistakes.
I think the thing Arsenal should think of here is just that patience factor. You guys are building, like really, really building. If there was any team in the EPL that is building, it is Arsenal. First of all, you're building based on manager structure. Your manager is not that out yet. Your team, your boys, all youngins, all developing together. By the time you give Arsenal about 2-3 years, I think you guys should be a proper top 4 team. But if you're looking at the other teams, first of all, I'll take Liverpool for example. All the guys performing in Liverpool, they're aged. Just try to Google it or check. They're all like 30 plus, 29 plus or so. And that is their main focus. Arsenal is depending on probably Ramsdale that is not that aged. We're depending on Saka. We're depending on some other young players. Odegaard. These are players.
I know these boys. But you guys promised me one thing. One thing you could just promise me now. Be say, you know, go try buy all these boys from Arsenal because this is the problem. Everybody says, "Oh no, give them 2 to 3 years," under the assumption that they will all be here. And like Bayern and Barca and Chelsea and Liverpool and Man City are not going to say, that Saka boy is balling. Let me go and buy him. Because if you come and you give me 100 million, I go can't sell him now.
They will buy the boy.
You know Danish, our Chelsea guy. He say, this Mitro, they play ball. I like him. May just continue. Hopefully, after 2 years, if he just come here blue,
Now, so now, now okay, maybe you know go on go Chelsea because of the rivalry, but honestly, you get money where you go present. Where even Arsenal board, they no go crazy, they go sell the player now. So I think that we're all working under this assumption that we can retain these youngsters for 3 years. But I won't get ahead of myself and say that because there are clubs with money, they will come and they will drop that money, and you will have no chance to sell your players.
That's facts. That's facts.
David, wait till you get to talk on the matter.
To be very fair, yeah, I don't think there is currently any Arsenal player current form that is going to walk into the starting 11 of any top team right now. And this is me making a huge statement here.
Yeah.
Let's go to Bayern. Who does Saka want to bench in Bayern? Let's go to Chelsea. Who does Saka want to bench in Chelsea? At Chelsea. Even at Man United, my brother, Saka can't bench anybody at that club right now. Even if we are not in form, to be very honest. He can't bench anybody. Liverpool, he cannot bench anybody. So saying you want to come and Saka is not at that level. He's not at the level.
He's not there yet.
He's not there. He's not at the level of players you want to say bring 2 years time, you bring 100 million. 2 years time, he's still under 50 million, trust me.
Nah, I don't like
Nah, come on. If you want to sign him now, Seth, you go pay more than 50
2 years
M,
time.
just based on potential alone.
like
But I mean, I think I get your point in that he's not at that level where he can bench the better players in the bigger clubs.
Yeah.
But I won't say that in 2 years' time, because in 2 years' time, like Horkays said, some of these players in these clubs are old now, right? By then they're gonna decline. Now these kind of young boys go they come up, and so in 2 years' time, I won't confidently say in 2 years' time he won't be able to bench somebody. At the moment, maybe not. But in 2 years' time, I do believe he'll be able to, because these guys will only get better.
All right, by the way, welcome to United family. Hola. Too much. All right, let's take this comment. I think he was talking about Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Why won't he want to go to Chelsea? Arsenal players know they go to Chelsea to win things, and Chelsea players go to Arsenal to retire. Bang, 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 bush,
How many now?
Everywhere.
How many Arsenal players now? If you want count, how many? Right? We go directly from Arsenal to Chelsea. No, be only Ashley Cole.
Giroud.
Olivier.
Talk about Giroud.
Olivier Giroud. Yeah, Giroud as well.
Come on,
Giroud left to win. But let's look at it here. Everybody that has left Arsenal, they've actually gone on to win things.
Not everybody.
Mo just say generally everybody.
Fabregas.
Okay, just the laugh nonsense. We can agree with that. You go outside.
I can keep the list going. The list can keep going.
Okay, quick comment from Angelo Snell. How can I join the live? Okay, so there's a link. If you check this YouTube video, you'll see a link. It starts with streamyard.com. So just go to the link, you enter the backstage, and they will add you to the show. And so it be. So United family, please just chip in on the matter. Arsenal FC so far this season, we never reach Man U matter, but it comes small. So what do you think?
Yeah, actually say at the beginning, they off for Arsenal at the beginning because of the injuries so their players get. But from when the players don't come back, you don't see like a better performance. The players they've been playing better. Likes of Smith, Saka, those players are young players that in the next 2 years, like you guys are saying, in the next 2 years, if they continue at the level they are going, because sometimes players feel down tools. At the end of the day, all the expectation will get for them, they feel no they can meet them. So I just feel, but with the way they are going, they keep going that way.
Glow Nigeria.
It was spitting facts there.
It was spitting some. It was spitting facts.
I hate it when things like this happen. Just join us back. I beg you need to complete this the way they talk. Let's see if we can take Obas. Are you there, Obas? Wake up, and welcome. Can you hear us?
Man U fans, they invade this live.
Hello.
It is what it is.
They don't sign.
This one never ready for us. All right, so we move on from the Arsenal matter now to other matters. Obas, when you're ready for us, just give a thumbs up or something so that you go join the show. If you can even hear yourself. I don't know whether you did where they cook soup or something. Okay, so moving on Saturday now. First of all, let's address this super chat from Edwin Adum. Thank you very much.
Nice one.
Okay,
No.
you can probably buy Arsenal for £500 million.
Please, I will not take all this Arsenal slander. Edwin, you need to be very, very careful. If not so easy, people go don't try them. Our club is not even for sale, so they don't talk them. So I beg. Don't forget though, in all your sayings, in all your slander, and all your yabbings, don't forget that's not there. We're still the third biggest club in England. So please let everybody be careful.
Who's first?
I don't know if
Okay.
between United and Liverpool,
So-
maybe they pick 'em.
Say it, brother. Say it. No one can say it.
Okay, so we move. Liverpool, big win over Southampton, 4-0.
Sure.
I mean,
Was it for? I think it didn't get to 5, did it?
it was 4.
Oh, okay. Because I
Salah,
started the
Thiago. I think this person scored 2.
Jota got 2.
Yeah, Salah never
Jota
scored
got
an
2.
assist. Van Dijk scored, and I think he cried.
He got to 5.
Yeah.
No, it was 4-0.
Yeah.
4-0. Salah
4-0,
didn't score.
4-0.
Okay, Salah didn't
True.
score. It was Van Dijk.
Salah
Yes,
didn't score.
Van Dijk.
So what do we think, gentlemen?
Really formidable. For me, Liverpool are formidable, to be fair. Very formidable, looking like title challengers. But I'll be honest, I'll just give this league to the people we played yesterday. I don't want to mention their names, but I'll just give the league to them because trust me, they're a really formidable side and they have what it takes to go all the way, to be fair, despite what City and Liverpool are doing. But let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, what
has
okay.
left. Go on.
What that was their second 4-0 win back to back in the league, right? Just last weekend, it was Arsenal they thumped 4-0, right? And then Southampton again thumped them 4-0, right? And I think like Dave said, I personally, while Chelsea are leading, right? But I feel like Liverpool are pretty much the best team in the league. I'm not even Chelsea are a great team, no doubt, right? But I think what's going on for Chelsea is that Chelsea, they're hard to score against. And I know we'll talk about Chelsea later. Chelsea is very hard to score against Chelsea, right? But when it comes to that, like balling, like pure balling on the pitch, let's destroy the opponents, I think it's Liverpool. But we'll just see between those two clubs who go feel leave that trophy this season.
But like they say, goals win you matches, your defense wins you titles. So Chelsea currently, like any team Chelsea puts out right now, no matter who is playing, that team looks really formidable. You get like, trust me, most teams don't want to play against Chelsea right now, but it is what it is. Like I said, let's see how it goes.
What I would say if I was to chip in was that, if of course Liverpool, City, they're the favorites to win the league. Chelsea is more like, just forcing. We're trying, and we're actually in a very comfortable seat now. And where we found ourselves on this table is a proper place. We've got a good squad depth, which we've suffered almost the most amount of injuries amongst these top 4 teams, but we're still on top of that table. And our defense is really solid. Of course, you can say because we're playing 5 back or anything.
You're playing haram football.
But around football, we have
Satanic soccer.
I won't even comment on that now. Anyways, but what I'm driving at is the defense is good. We've got great squad depth. Our first team has not even played together yet. So Liverpool is still living on the grace and the glory of Salah, Mane, Trent. These players that they are the structure of that team. If one of them goes missing, which January is coming now, AFCON is going to pop up, and to win, you have to. So I don't know. Liverpool are favorites, but the way things are going, the way their defense is a little bit open because, of course, they drop numbers for the attack. But I don't know. But I feel like they might not be on top at the end of the league. They might not be.
Interesting. All right, Ben Kai, are you there? Welcome.
Yes, I'm available. Thank you very much.
Okay, introduce yourself. What club do you support?
I'm a Chelsea fan. They are Chelsea fan.
They done the issue. So, do you have anything to say on what we are discussing right now, Liverpool, and then anything you want to say about your club?
Oh yes. To be frank with you, I was very angry yesterday because I felt the match was lost yesterday for Chelsea because as much as we played, I think our XG was 2.08 and theirs was 0.08. Mind you, like it was just really painful. That I'm not against Timo Werner or anybody because he's our player and they need our support, but I really want the guy to go because he's not performing well. Right now, when his stock is still high, we should just sell him and cash out. That's that's the best thing I see. And regarding other teams, of course, I'm a Chelsea fan, and definitely I'll be biased and I'll support my team. Chelsea is going to win the league. I hope so, and I pray so. But to be frank with you, the most balanced team over like 6 matches, like that all the teams have played in all competition is Man City. Like Man City have this kind of. I think last season too, they did it too. That they were 12th around. I think August, September, around that area. Like earlier last season stuff, they were 12th, and from there they picked up people that are saying Man City will not win, that Man City cannot perform without striker. They did it last season, so why can't they do it? And they're even
Where they do it where?
they are
That's
doing it this season
proper
again. So
Guardiola
that's not an excuse. So that's just for people that don't know, but for people that are just trying to look for excuse. Liverpool, their defense, their attack is very, very stunning. That's I would know. Everybody knows that the attack is so wide awake that in fact only God will deliver other teams. But I would say Chelsea is the most balanced. Our attack is not very crazy because we have some blunders. Like I don't know what's wrong with Ziyech. Like against Juventus, was very okay, was performing well, but yesterday, oh god, I felt, oh
Say,
god,
oh God.
like it was very irritating, and I didn't know why the coach took so long to make those kind of changes. Like I was like, it isn't like I don't know. That yesterday was just a huge turn off. I like
Forgettable. That's the word to use. Very
uh,
forgettable. Just forget it and move on.
Yes.
regarding Man U, I pray they. To be frank with you, I don't want Arsenal to make any Europe.
Any progress in life?
Are you?
We never suffer reach.
Are you in London?
Are you serious right now?
You win
Have
all
we
the
not
suffer
suffered
since,
enough
eh?
for you?
Time to go London,
You never
guys.
even allow the guy land. You never allow the guy land. You
May
never
land,
do the
though.
statement.
Oya land. Oya
So
beg guy
that be
land.
that. To be frank with you, I don't want Arsenal to make any European competition. I don't even want them to
No be the same thing.
even conference league where Tottenham they play. I don't want them to make. Because if they make it, that will give them that kind of idea that they are coming up. And to
And
be
you don't
frank,
even want them to have any hope in life.
Benka, you wicked, oh. With all the money we
Guy,
spent,
thank you very much for joining the show, Abeg. Thank you very much. Oh, Wahala, never too much. Okay, let's take this quick super chat from 88 bus stop.
Nice one. Nice one with you.
Fun for you. And then the drum roll. Okay, what did he say? I don't want to talk rubbish today. Make I pay my school fees. Wahala.
That's all.
Okay, another comment from 88 again. Let's just take a second comment. When I needs to go, Chelsea was scoring before that clown who is paid 250k a week to make runs and look active in the game.
And track back.
And track back and press defenders.
They've been too positive with this Werner guy. Like, if there's any player in this world that has been given hope, full bucket of hope, full bucket of trust for this Werner boy, but man is not just improving. Man is not just improving. And the thing is, the guy is a nice guy too. That's why probably most of the fans love the boy. But it's just bad. Like
But I won't really blame Werner here. I won't really blame him because, to be fair, if you watched him at Leipzig, this guy was banging in goals and stuff like that. I feel
yeah.
it's, trust me, anybody in the UK knows that the UK weather is shit, right? Trust me, the UK weather is complete shit. And if you don't really understand the UK, you might not really adapt in time. And I feel that's the same thing that is wrong with Ziyech as well.
I'll
If you
tell
look,
you, I'll go.
yeah, but if you look at what's happening with these players, when I was scoring before he came, I wanted Werner at Man United rather than whoever they went to sign at the time. But we didn't
Liverpool
get
fans
him.
were begging for him.
Yeah,
If-
we
if
didn't
I
get
was
Werner. We didn't get him. We didn't get Werner. So somehow it's like a blessing in disguise for these other clubs because the guy hasn't adapted, and I feel he needs to like leave the league too as well because he's a quality player. Trust me, whether you like it or not.
Okay, let me cut.
Hold on, Horkays, before you cut.
Yeah.
Let's welcome Bobby Wanze, Salem, and Temi Tomze. Just introduce yourself one by one. A very single file, one by one.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big
we
up,
can
big
hear
up.
you.
Guys, listen, big fan from Scotland, big fan. Igbo boy as well. Tribe. So we go to you guys, big fans. I'm a Man United fan, a Rangers fan. So to be honest, the Man United game. Listen, basically, let me be honest with you. Yeah, Carrot basically said we are not getting beat today. Okay, we're not getting beat. Anyone Chelsea won't do, they're not scoring. Chelsea should be embarrassed at the end of the day. Do you know why? Because you are the home team. Okay, the onus is on you to bring the game to the away team. You get. So for me personally, the fact that you can see his face. But do you get my point though? Like you're the home team,
We
right?
get you.
In the state Manchester United is in. You're supposed to play all the big boys. You get everyone has to chop. Lukaku, Pulisic. But you left these guys for bench. Now, when they saw Ronaldo on bench, that gave them confidence. But when we saw the team he played, I think that gave us confidence as well to be like, actually, we can get something together. Now, when the goal when we went 1-0, okay, I have to give it to Chelsea. Chelsea heads didn't go down. They were like, okay, Lopi, let's carry on. And then Bukati at right back does something so stupid. You know, common sense isn't common for this right back. Literally, when Ralph comes in, he's finished. I'm telling you right now. When Ralph comes, Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be asking the players, should be Lucas Zaid or Powerade? That's the one. That's his job. I'm telling you, we asking boys, Powerade or Lucas Zaid? Which one? Okay, but no, listen, I don't want to talk too much because I know.
Go on.
I think Dave has a comment, but I also have a comment. But yeah, Bobby, finish.
Yeah, so basically, what I want to conclude is that, you know, as a Manchester United fan, you know, if you look at the last results, we actually don't do not bad. We do okay against Chelsea. But in this state, Chelsea should have flunked us. So, anyway, listen, we'll take the point and we'll go. The guy's big fan, seriously. This is an honor for me right now.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming, man.
But yeah, to be fair, speaking about Manchester United, the game yesterday, at some point before the game, I posted on my Twitter and I said this was like the clash of haram football. On my Twitter yesterday before the game, I said this was the clash of haram football because I knew Man United were going to come there, play a very low block, and try to play on the counter. And Chelsea, to be very fair, Chelsea brought this game to us. They brought the game, but this was like in that game yesterday, I saw something that Man United had been lacking over the past few weeks, like to the start of the season when we were leaking goals. And that thing I saw there was defending as a unit. United hadn't been defending as a unit. We were shipping in goals, and
Because you had Maguire.
I was going to say the same thing. Somebody
You
was
said what?
missing in your defense yesterday.
Yeah.
God,
That's why Maguire back then.
I never want to see that fridge play again for Man United.
Stay there for run
Yes,
one goal or
but
dash.
Your
but
captain.
it's just obvious. It's just obvious that it's hard. Most likely you'll get back into the game in the next match against Arsenal.
He
It's
might
All
hard.
right,
not. He might
hold
not.
up. Let's just take Temi Tomzi because Temi Tomzi is using his hand to hold light as he's using his other hand to hold his phone. So let him just Temi Tomzi introduce yourself and then tell us the club you support and then tell us your mind.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and it's nice to join the podcast. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I think the game against Man United, Thomas Tuchel just fueled a very blunt attack because from ZH to Werner, I see them a little cracking dents, and maybe in that ruthlessness will have needed against Man United. And having a team that just like that coach, they will always like catch momentum and always want to prove a point. Since it's a new slate for everyone, and I mean since Maguire, the only person that can maybe cause an upset for us wasn't around. So, but I think all the same, the team did very, very, very well. But it was just the attack that was lacking, and I think it's high time they must look for solutions aside this edge and team. I don't know, they've not been replaced enough, and
Your audio, they worry you.
I think that was everything.
Yeah.
But we basically got what you were saying, Chad, because we can hear you. You see that blunt attack thing is something that I said because when I saw Ziyech, Werner, and Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Good. Perfect. Where the goal won't come from?
Where the goal one bus out from? You understand? So I share your view on that one. Thank you very much for coming to me, Tomzi.
I think it's good. Those players that players will say they never even pick against the form they should get. So starting the both of them for that same game. Just like say what you put at least she was putting. I don't know. I don't know if Lukaku really get fit enough to start, but I think that type of game put them
It wasn't match fit.
Yeah, so
For me, I
because
still
I don't know.
give
Chelsea were not that potent in attack.
I still give a lot of credit
Because
to
in the first 20 minutes of that game, Chelsea got like 3 chances.
I still give a lot of credit to United and the way United defended. Because
even if they had the Lukaku in that game, they wouldn't have scored.
I don't know if you guys.
I'm telling you the truth. Even if
I do not agree.
I don't know if you guys saw the attacking threat statistics.
That front three that played against United is enough.
Why do you think
United?
Why do you think like even when this guy came on, when Pulisic came on towards the end of match, why do you think Pulisic didn't play in the position he was comfortable in? Why do you think he brought Pulisic to come and play Alex Telles? Because Wan-Bissaka is the best one-on-one defender in this league. Okay. You can't beat him. You get although he was useless, although I couldn't get past him yesterday. He was without Wan-Bissaka. If Odoi was on the right-hand side, he would have had a little bit more joy. But because he was coming against Wan-Bissaka, and it was pretty obvious that this is no chance. You can't win that battle. You can't win it.
We missed chances.
Yes, Chelsea missed chances. Yes. Chances
In fact,
I can say Man United missed the key chance.
In the first 20 minutes of that game.
I can argue.
In the first 20 minutes, we down 2 goals already in the first 30 minutes of that game.
Yes, in the first 30 minutes.
Hudson-Odoi had his chance.
Yes, but you do score. Chances are part of the game. If you don't take your chances, you don't score.
Yeah, so that's why we're just putting it on clinicality. It's not about Wan-Bissaka. It's not about the front three. Those guys were not just clinical.
Yes.
All right. Let's give it a break. Welcome, Big Sammy. Big Sammy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, 100. Salem, would they see you? Let's just take some super chat and then Salem can take the stage. Okay. Reggie thoughts. United were getting cooked and were lucky enough that Chelsea wasted 5+ chances. Don't get it twisted. Interesting. Thank you for your super chat, Reggie thoughts.
United were two.
And then drum roll for you. Okay, Ayola Ajele. You didn't say anything with your super chat, Sha, but thank you very much. A drum roll for you. And then horn. Edwin, don't come again. Okay. Chelsea dominated the game. Werner is just useless. Callum Hudson-Odoi needs to eat some fufu so that he can balance small and get some shot power.
Facts.
RLC Jorginho. I believe you're about to say something about them, but you just held yourself.
Harsh but facts.
Okay.
Yes, but
RLC
must
should
lead,
start
guys.
over Jorginho. Much better. The same Jorginho people said should win Ballon d'Or.
No, I don't even.
They see him.
You can win
They see
Ballon d'Or.
him.
That's why they be now.
In fact, I have two bottles. I have two bottles for Jorginho.
Steve Martin, to call into the show, if you check the YouTube description, you'll see a link there. It starts with stream. Yeah, just click on the link and type your name and go on with the show. All right, so Big Sammy, please go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what's on your mind.
I'm Big Sammy from India.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, I've been following you guys for a very long time and I love the show.
Namaste.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You heard me.
They understand India.
Full house.
I'm a Chelsea fan, but there is something I like to say. You know,
Yeah.
I've been watching Chelsea for a very long time, and when it comes to Chelsea Man U, I don't predict it. Because Man U has been one of the biggest teams in England for a very long time.
Yep.
And that rivalry has been there. There is no way a child can come and beat his father, despite because his father is weak.
I feel you.
Yeah, I know
You're a
Chelsea
wise
lost
man.
a lot of
You're a wise
chances,
man and you live long.
but no matter, I want you guys to know, no matter how Mayo is poor, when it comes to Chelsea, they get themselves back.
These same
Because they
people
don't
that
look
top
one of the
4-0.
upcoming team that wants to take over in England. You know, Man U, I like what my brother said about Timo Werner. For me, I don't see Timo Werner as a Chelsea player.
I beg who they play for.
No, he's just there to wear the shirts. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, I don't buy them in as Chelsea pattern because they don't have strength. When you check people that are playing in their position, you hold football, you stand well. Not a player that holds football and will be shaking. Not running. It's not all about running. If you watch the game, when Mount came in, the game changed.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody that knows what he's doing. Timo is like somebody that is, let this game end, let me go home.
A confused man being.
He's a totally confused player. I don't know why Chelsea just spend that amount of money on him. But they should have just come to Nigerian team to buy somebody. Somebody will give.
I think you guys are being a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Somebody will give like 9 passes.
I will talk about Timo Werner later.
And he will
I've just
miss
said it
8.
down already. I'll talk about him later.
Timo, you give him 9 passes, he will miss 8. That's not what we need. We need somebody that you give 5, at least 3 is okay. Timo is not
But I believe there's still a player in there. But Chelsea in a team where we say historically no patience.
You can't do that in Chelsea. He has gotten enough chances. He's not scoring goals.
Yeah. I would say first of all, everybody needs to understand the Timo Werner boy. I know he's not quality enough for Chelsea, but you need to understand the guy is a specialist. And when we're talking about specialist, he has only just one thing he knows how to do, which at Chelsea it isn't working at all. Any team that plays against Chelsea, they always put that low block. They are defending tight. There's no space for him to run. Timo Werner cannot function at Chelsea that much. The best team that would have bought this player would have been Liverpool because
you're correct.
Because Liverpool is proper counter, game pressing, space they always there for Mane, nice crosses from Trent to run into space. That would have been Timo Werner's best position. But Chelsea, you need to hold the ball. You need to walk the ball. The only thing Timo Werner is useful for the Chelsea squad now is just to press. That is all. And to play counter-attacks. That is all. Can't hold the ball. I don't know. Just
All right.
if you understand that one, you know that he's not even in the best place where he can perform. So that's it.
you're correct.
Sammy, just give us your closing
But the
thoughts.
thing is,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is, before
Wait, hold on. Ola, hold on. Let him just give us his closing thoughts so that we can accommodate some other people.
All right. I would still like to talk on the yes and Pulisic. No, I don't know why our coach is not giving Pulisic much time to show his talent.
You get why?
He's the type of player Chelsea needs. Somebody that can drive, go for the goal, not stay back. Like, yeah, DH is good, but he has not impressed me in Chelsea. I think he should go to maybe Barcelona.
He just
Let
wants to
people
send
come
you out, my brother.
You're on a chasing mission.
You don't need him to
Yeah,
player. If they mark you before you know it, Ziyech before you know it don't fall. That one not be players with Chelsea. We need person very strong. If you hold ball, you know say you hold ball.
Exactly.
Like,
All right, thank you very much for coming, Big Sammy.
So, bro, on a good night.
We salute you, Abeg. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming, man. Okay, Salem has been waiting a very long time, and before he speaks, let's just welcome Angelo, the Arsenal fan of Football Fanatics TV, and Ladimus Prime of First XI _TV PS2. Welcome to you guys. Okay, Salem, take the stage. Salem is an Arsenal fan, by the way. What did they do PSG JC? You want these guys?
Not these guys, now wait till I see you where. Hope you can hear me. You can hear me?
Well, very well, very well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Salem. I'm an Arsenal fan. About the weekend, happy. First of all, I'm happy about the win. Newcastle, just that I have some few concerns I want to share. First of all, my main concern is that our win, just like what one of the speakers, is it Gbemiga, I don't know if I got your name correctly.
Yeah.
You said that Arsenal most of our wins are not horrific enough, and which is true. Most times we struggle, and when they like a team like Newcastle, who are so low in form, I didn't expect us to come out. I felt that game should have been very easy for us to win. Understand? And another problem I have again is, if you notice, the 2 goals that were scored were from the flank. Arsenal this season has been so poor in the middle. Our DMs have not been effective enough. Partey, Lukonga, even occasionally Odegaard, those 3 guys were missing in that game. The only players that were so prolific and were good enough, Saka, Smith Rowe, and Tavares. So I don't know, our the midfield is still not working the way it should be. And one of my major concerns again is Gbemiga. I don't know who, if you guys watch that game, that means, in fact, I don't know. I can be blind and I can still score that goal. To be honest, not that I'm bragging. Because it was, I don't know. It's so, this season has been so, last season it was bad. We're hoping that this season it will improve, but I don't know. Is it that he's finished? He's lacking confidence. He's lacking confidence. So, another thing again is
me, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I think that the way Arsenal plays at the moment, right? We play in a way that pretty much emphasizes Aubameyang's weaknesses. You see, when Aubameyang was thriving at Arsenal, we're playing to his strengths. Aubameyang is a player who wants to receive the ball in front of him, is going to shoot. He's a very prolific striker, right? But you've put him in a position where, first of all, he's going to spend half of the time defending, because that's the style of football we play at Arsenal, right? is going to spend half of the time defending. Then you've not also
And if you
put
notice, our defensive
players
record
that can create chances for him. Right? Yeah, I mean, our defensive record has improved. You can see that because everybody has a big defensive duty, including Aubameyang. You've also not put the kind of players that can create chances for him, right? So is in a place where like he is constantly trying to come back and receive the ball and hold up play and all of those things that ordinarily they're not is the things that he's good at. Aubameyang, right? If you remember against Chelsea in the FA Cup final we won, was it 2 seasons ago? Put him, let him stand shoulder to shoulder with the last defender and send him a long ball, and then you will see the magic of Aubameyang. It will outpace everybody. It will take a good first touch and it will score goals for you. But with the style that Arteta wants to play, it doesn't fit a man like Aubameyang, and Aubameyang will always struggle in that. So you would say, I know it's getting old, but I don't think a player can go from 22 goals in a season to 10 goals in a season in just 1 year. It doesn't sound normal to me. A decline should be gradual. You don't decline that quickly. So I think there's a place for the style of play that Arsenal is playing. And honestly, if it doesn't fit Aubameyang, find a striker who can do all of those things for you and play him instead, right? Because that's another problem with the money. Aubameyang isn't doing well, and I know he's our captain, he's our most expensive player, but we want to win games. And if he doesn't give you the best chance of winning, then you better try somebody else, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to listen to the excuse of, oh, we didn't win because you had to play Aubameyang. So that's what I think.
Interesting. Salem, final thoughts before you leave.
Final thought is this. In conclusion, I've noticed that most of the time, like the big three, in our major match against the big three, we are always, I don't know, we are so silent in attack.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. In fact, if you check the statistics of 3 matches against Tottenham, against Chelsea, against Liverpool, against Man City, it has always been overwhelming and we all shriek. And my fear now is Man U. My fear is Man U now. Man U with the change of coach. I was waiting. The man should have waited after Arsenal
before they bring Ragnick. But this thing where Salem talk not true. Let me tell you, because say I talk this thing, say the kind of thing where Newcastle be, if you get away with a lot of things you got away with. You see, when you face a prolific team, Arsenal will not get away with all the things they get away with. You see, when we face teams that can score, Newcastle scored, right? Even Spurs scored. Spurs almost scored 2 goals against us when we played them. Look at all some of the teams we played. Brighton, they almost killed us, right? We were lucky to get out of some of those games without losing. When you face prolific teams like Liverpool, they will score 4, and that's standard. City will score 5, and that's standard. So, I know that we've done well. We're defending well. We've kept a bunch of clean sheets, but we've also come against a lot of teams that are not that prolific, right? Prolific teams will get 1 or 2 goals past you, and the onus is on you, right, to go and score and outscore your opponents. And that's what I don't think we're good at the moment. Look at Chelsea yesterday. Chelsea, where we said before, then they concede 1 goal per month. United net them yesterday, but they had to go back and score their own goal as well. So you need to increase your chance creation and your probability of you getting goals. And then you can defend well as well. But if you don't score, somebody will score against you. This is the Premier League.
Okay, Angelo, you continue from there. But I think Messi don't win Ballon d'Or. Number 7. If you notice something, just look the 2 Man U fans their face.
For me, to be fair, this is actually really fraudulent, because Lewandowski should be winning this. They actually created two new titles just to give Lewandowski, is it striker of the year or what's it called? Because I've actually been following it.
But the Ballon d'Or is
striker of the year, so that they could accommodate Messi.
Dave,
it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I knew this was what was going to happen.
So,
I knew it was going to happen. So
Lewandowski no get the brand to win Ballon d'Or.
That's all.
This is the problem with the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga does not actually hype their players.
You don't get the brand where they're not
There's no PR there.
It was like 2 weeks ago that the Bundesliga started pushing Lewandowski and hyping him. Whereas it had already leaked how many weeks ago that Messi had won the Ballon d'Or with over 600 it's something votes or thereabout. We saw it since 2 weeks ago. It's not like it's a new thing, but we were just hoping it wasn't true. But right now it's just a total mess. It's a total mess. because I don't believe
Okay, you won't be able to see me for some
I know.
seconds.
It should
as
have been
I start my
Lewandowski
group name, but,
getting this ahead.
you guys
Yeah, it
can
should
go
have been
ahead.
Lewandowski. It
Yeah,
should be
Angelo.
Lewandowski.
But
I
at the end of the day,
Yeah, Angelo won't.
Lewandowski, because I don't.
Now imagine how stupid it was. Benzema that had a really fantastic season last season. Jorginho came third, and Benzema is not in the top 3. So make it
Yeah,
make
but
sense.
it's based on votes as well.
No,
Yeah.
no,
So,
let's
so, so
make
then,
it make sense. Let's make it make sense. How is it done?
No, but to be frank here, Jorginho had an outstanding season last year as well. He had an outstanding season this year, not even last year.
Yeah,
Won
like
the
last
Champions
season.
League,
You say last
won
season actually.
the European League
He
as
won
well.
the Champions League and he won the Euros. Yes.
Yeah, also won the Super Cup as well. So like,
Yeah, the Super Cup. Yeah, 3 European trophies.
imagine
So
in one calendar year. So like that is massive. That
yeah,
is
I really don't blame him as well. He should be up there. He should be up there as well.
The
But
truth is, we will always be offended by these things. But the truth is,
Remember when
there's a lot of
Cannavaro
politics in these things, and you need to know
remember
it.
when Cannavaro, centre back, won the
Bro,
Ballon d'Or.
it
What
was
were we
crazy that
saying?
year.
Yeah,
Even the
because
year, and I know
it
a
was
lot. There will be a lot of
they
arguments,
beat
but
France. They beat
in
France that
2000,
year.
in
They
2010
won.
as well.
when Modric won it, it was strange as well, right? Because
Yeah,
that
so
year should have been Ronaldo's year as well. So
In 2010 as well. In 2010, Wesley Schneider should have won it.
yeah,
They
very
give it to
clear.
Messi.
They gave
also
it,
Salah
And now someone is
the
telling me,
year.
and now someone comes out to tell me that the Ballon d'Or is not based on individual performances, but based on trophies you win as a team.
No, never.
waiting Messi
Never.
win.
No,
Waiting Messi
Ballon
win.
d'Or is an
the-
individual award.
Think
See,
of it like this. The whole of Italy.
the Ballon.
Also the
wait,
votes,
let me just say
the
something.
Ballon-
Wait, Horkays, hold on.
Yeah.
We will discuss this matter very at length. But let me just say something. And then Angelo has been waiting a very, very long time. Angelo,
Yeah.
you have your say. And then we'll move on from there. So for me, you see the Ballon d'Or, it's an individual award. It has always been an individual award. But on World Cup years, something different can happen. Because your performance in the World Cup can go a long way to winning the Ballon d'Or. Because that's the biggest stage of them all, football-wise. You get to look at Modric winning that Ballon d'Or when he did. That was all Croatia in the World Cup. You understand? And then when I think Ribery won everything and still missed out, Cristiano Ronaldo had a better individual performance. You understand? So the individual performance matters on those kind of years, but the only trophy that can influence the Ballon d'Or that much, to me, in my opinion, is the World Cup. So World
Fair
Cup years
enough.
are very, very dicey.
Very, very important. And if we are going to argue further about the Ballon d'Or of 2010, let's not forget Netherlands got to the final of the World Cup. Right? And who won it? Messi. Who was second? Iniesta and Xavi. Makes no absolute sense to me. Makes no sense.
Mystery. Angelo, what do you have to say? Ballon d'Or and the state of Arsenal FC right now, and your captain Aubameyang's form.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Angelo.
Yeah.
Okay. So when the season started, Manchester got Ronaldo and Sancho and Varane, and they're going to win the league. They're going to win the league. So I saw the Premier League in 2 leagues in the top 10. I thought, okay, cool. Let the Chelsea, Liverpool, United, and City fight for 1 to 4. Now, okay, cool. Let Arsenal fight Tottenham, Everton, Wolves from number 4 to Villa, West Ham. Let's Arsenal fight the number 4-5 and fight basically another league within the EPL. I just want to say, I don't know where's the star of the show, Godfrey, my Arsenal brother.
Hey,
Godfrey's the star of
he
the
lost
show.
his stepmom, so he's trying to sort out some 1 or 2 things. But you go see him tomorrow on the live show.
Yeah. So everyone, so my Arsenal brother in the chat here, the way I look at it, I asked the one gentleman this afternoon in the gym. I asked him, Phil Foden, does Man City need Phil Foden to win again? They don't need Foden, right? They don't need him. They have him. They have him, but they don't need him. When it comes to Arsenal, we need Saka to play well. We need Smith to play well. Even though they're the same age, but we need them. They must fire. right? So when I look at Arsenal and cool, the defense is doing well. That's fine. I don't care if we do what Leicester did the whole year when they won the league. If we win everyone 1-0, 2-1, I don't care if we don't convincingly win Newcastle or convincingly win Tottenham. It's fine. The team's building. These boys are 20 years old, 21 years old. Cool. I don't like it if we lose 4-0 against Liverpool, make it 2-0. But I accept. It's wrong saying this, I know. But I accept if I lose against City, Chelsea, Liverpool. I accept that with this current team. I must accept that. I don't like it. But I must accept it, right? So when I look at it, we must have Saka to play well. Unfortunately, that's the state of the team we're at, and they're playing well. If we beat everyone else, if we win everyone else except the top, call it the top 4, we're still in a pretty position in the league.
Of course.
If we win everyone, Burnley, Norwich, if we win everyone else, and people like saying, who did Arsenal beat? We're beating the same teams they're playing against. We're beating the same team Tottenham can't beat. We're in the same league. We're playing the same teams. We're beating everyone that everyone plays against.
What are you doing?
I don't agree, but it's fine. It's not my turn to speak.
Who do you support?
Chelsea.
Dude, we lost against Chelsea. I'm fine, dude. We can't invest. Man City bought Jack Grealish. 100 million. He hasn't played the last 3 games. Arsenal can't afford to spend that money, and the guy doesn't play, or he plays, he doesn't perform. We can't afford that.
Yes, you can.
We got it with people. Yes, that's what we can't afford it. He's there, but we can't afford spending that money. And the guy doesn't perform. I agree with Pepe is doing that. I don't know. He doesn't have a first touch. You pay 75 million. I'm confused.
Gbemiga, what do you think?
Yeah,
go on. Hold on. Go on.
It makes a very valid point because every year we say if you look at the Premier League table over the last 2 seasons, right? So I'm not talking about this season, I'm talking about last season and also the season before this, right? So last season, for example, we missed top 4 by 6 points, right?
Yeah.
2019, 2020, we missed top 4. We missed top 4 by what like 4 points or something ridiculous like that, right?
Yeah.
So the point is when you don't win games that you're supposed to win, right? Those simple games that for example, look at us last season, losing against Wolves twice, losing against Aston Villa twice, losing to Burnley. We went on that drought where we're not winning games. If we had won some of those games, trust me, top 4 would have happened very easily. So it makes a valid point in that win the games you're supposed to win, right? The games where you are supposedly the favorites. And then when you come against these top teams, the Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, compete, right? You may or may not win, but at least if you've beaten the teams you're supposed to beat, you won't finish in 8th place, right? You might not make top 4, but you'll be in European places at least. So I agree with that point, right? I also think that, like you said, right, we're in a place where our players must perform because we don't have many good players. So our good players must absolutely perform. If not, we're in trouble, which is part of the building process. In fact, our squad depth at the moment, we can get away with it because we're not in Europe. If we were in Europe, we would have been in big problems because we'll be playing the best teams week in, week out. And honestly, like, you can't cope playing games every 3 days, every 4 days. You go to Europe, you come back, play in England, play FA Cup, play Carabao Cup. If you don't have the depth for that, you'll be in real trouble, right? So obviously there's a lot of improvement that needs to happen, over the years. I personally think we need improvements all around the club. I'm not going to bring up any agendas right now, but yeah, I get your point, Angelo.
But think about it this way: imagine, let me make the Phil Foden example. Imagine Phil Foden and they have pressure every week. He must perform every week. That's what Saka has. That's what Smith has. We put pressure on them to perform every week against the Burnleys, the Newcastles, the Liverpools. Nuno had a bad game against Liverpool. He's so young. He came back against Newcastle. First off, he tried shots from way outside of the box, which is frustrating, right? But he's a youngster. It's frustrating, but he's a youngster. Second off, he did a bit better. But I'm saying is, we depending on these boys to perform every week, and they're not doing too bad. Foden hasn't even played.
Another truth is, Angelo, another truth is we don't actually use our squad well, right? And this is an extensive conversation you can have with a lot of Arsenal fans. You see Martinelli that came on and got our second goal yesterday. Before that game, I think the guy had only gotten less than 30 minutes of football this season, right? And he's not been injured. Nicolas Pepe has not played in ages. I can't remember last time I saw Nicolas Pepe on the pitch, right? You can make all the arguments you want to make about when he played, he didn't perform, but you know that he's a good player, right? There's something there. It can come on and it can change a game. So you need to make the best use of your squad. So if Saka is not playing well, take him off. Try somebody else. You have a squad for that exact reason. You don't have to stick with the same player who is having a bad day for 90 minutes, which is the problem I think our manager sort of has, is that he just wants to keep using why do you not have a squad? There are players in that squad that have not played for a long time, and you expect that when you bring them on for 15 minutes, they should work magic. It's not possible. You need to give everybody, find a way to give people play. If people like Ruben Loftus-Cheek can get playing time at Chelsea, right, then I don't know why some Arsenal players
you can't do that. No, because you can't do that because you cannot compare someone of the quality of Ruben Loftus-Cheek to who do you have in your team?
I don't think you can say that.
Rob Holding.
You want me to tell me? I know they don't play the same position.
Okay, hold on.
No, but
is that good that I can't compare him to Pepe? Really?
No. You can't compare the quality. The quality, no.
I can't compare the quality of Loftus-Cheek to Nicolas Pepe. Are you serious right now, bro?
No, you can't.
What has Loftus-Cheek done in the Premier League? Pepe has outclassed him in every single stat. Should I bring out the stats for you?
No. Comparing a
joined after
midfielder, comparing a midfielder.
But the point is,
you are comparing.
All right, gentlemen, hold on. Everybody hold on.
Okay, fine. Ruben Loftus-Cheek to
Hold on.
What has Loftus-Cheek done?
What is that?
He is better than Elneny, I wouldn't lie. It's better than Elneny, I won't lie. But like,
that's my.
Don't make him sound like he's some great ass midfielder.
But I'm comparing the quality. We have someone like Ruben sitting on our bench as a backup player, as compared to you have people like Elneny or Rob Holding. That's why he doesn't trust your squad. The quality of your squad is not that good. You have, maybe 12, 13 players who are good. The rest of them are not that good. That's why he probably doesn't trust your squad.
You're not wrong. And I said that at the beginning. We don't have many good players, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that those players that we have, some of them are very experienced Premier League players. They can do a decent job for you. When we played Manchester United last season and beat them, it was Elneny who was one of our best standout performers on the pitch, right? Those players can come in every now and then and give you a good performance. You don't abandon them on the bench. If you don't want them, you sell them and you bring in better players. But don't abandon your players on the bench.
Maybe he's trying to sell them. Maybe he's trying to sell them. But it's up to your
You can't say that. I'm not fine. I follow the news. Clubs try to buy Elneny. He chose to keep it.
But if they're here and he doesn't want them, or he doesn't want to use them,
you can't keep using the same players in every game. You will wear them out. You're talking like they're robots.
I know. I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I hear what you're saying. You should use your squad, but if you don't trust certain players in your squad, why would he use them?
Dude, when Leicester City won the league, did they have the best players in the league?
No, they didn't. But when they won
they had a bunch of average players. When they got the best out of them. Don't make it sound like these people are professional footballers. They're making them sound like their children.
Okay, guys.
Hold on. When Leicester won the league, they used a certain small group of players. They didn't use their whole squad.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Like, you're telling me they use the same players throughout, right?
More or less, yeah.
The truth is that for any player to be playing at a professional level, right, they have some level of quality. They may not be the best players in the world, but they have some quality, and it's up to you as the manager to get what you can get out of them.
They have quality compared to us normal people. Yes, they have quality, but comparing
to their fellow professionals. Don't forget. I want you to don't forget something. Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Manchester United, right? Yeah. Those four teams, much better squads than us now. I'm not going to compare my players to your players, right? But are you telling me that the players I have can't compete against teams like Villa and Burnley and Norwich, right? Are you saying all those teams also
I
have
don't
better
know.
players
All
than
right,
Nigeria?
guys,
And I cannot play
Some
Nigeria
of
against
them,
them.
some
See
of
what's
them
going
can
to happen. See
score.
what's going to happen.
Some of them can.
Ladimos, hold on.
You gotta
Ladimos,
be
hold
honest here.
on. We are spending too much time on this, and we have many more guests to bring on the show. So, Angelo, just give us your final thoughts, and then Ladimos Prime will make his point to the end so that we can have some more people on the show, right?
So kicking me off the show now.
No, it's a come in, leave, so the next person
Yeah,
can come in.
I agree with my fellow Arsenal supporter. They should be able to compete against Wolves, against the Newcastles, the players that we have. Yes, he wants to get them out, but he should get them running. There's a lot of stuff you can talk about when it comes to Arsenal. The AFCON's coming. Martinelli, I feel, should get more game time. Aubameyang will be leaving for AFCON. And then just give him at least 20, 30 minutes per game, get him the feel of it. So when Aubameyang leaves, hopefully he starts. And yeah, like I said, parting thoughts, if we win everyone else, I don't care if it's what Leicester did in their year winning the league. If we win 1-0, 2-1, of course, as a fan, we're going to say this wasn't right. They should have tried this, tried that. But winning builds confidence. The team is gelling. I mean, we have the youngest team in the Premier League. No one expected us to be where we are. I didn't expect us to be where we are now. No one expected us to be where we are, even though the Premier League is the big teams. Like I said, we play against the same teams. We're here because we beat Villa. That's why we're here. We beat Tottenham. That's why we're here. That's why we joined fourth. We beat the same teams everyone plays against. For me, Arsenal, I thought beginning of the season, 6 and a cup, but we can if we play like us, we play one game a week. Like I said, we grind out victories. I can't see why we can't be there at the end fighting for the Champions League place. Hopefully people slip up and we just keep on grinding. That's it.
Keep on grinding. Thank you very much for coming, man. Angelo, hope you'll be here again. We'll be doing this more often, hopefully.
I'll be here, don't worry.
All right, thanks for coming. So Ladimos, oh yeah, fire.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
It is your time.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
But let's take
I'm
God's power and Elite SM comes. Y'all are welcome.
Greetings to you all. Can you hear me?
Welcome, guys.
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Hello.
So Ladimos, just round up on
maximum respect, Prime. Prime from Football Terrain. I watched.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea. Something that I've been talking about since the last year is our attack and how poor they are. We bought Lukaku to, score goals and finish off our chances. And whenever he plays, they don't create for him, which creates this whole narrative of Lukaku's poor, which is not true at all. And when he doesn't play, it seems like they create all these chances for each other and they're scoring goals, which I find odd because they weren't doing this last season. In the United game, again, so many chances we had. Callum Hudson-Odoi was poor in terms of he was getting in front of goal. He had 3 clear-cut chances, didn't take any of them. People want to talk about Werner missing chances as well. Fine, I hear that. But he, again, playing as the number 9, he didn't get quality service. Whenever Havertz has played centrally this season and last, doesn't get quality service. Same with Lukaku. We can't have 3 different players of 3 different quality levels. If Werner's terrible and we're saying Lukaku is a world-class striker or on par with being a world-class striker, and none of these guys are getting actual chances when they're playing centrally, there must be a problem then, and it can't be those players because they're being rotated, and it's the same thing over and over. That will be, if we don't win the league this season, that will be the downfall because our defense is one of the best in the world. Our midfield, again, one of the best in the world. Our forward line, and that will be the detriment to us as a team. And if it continues like this, that could be a detriment to Tuchel because we know what Roman is like, and he's a bit trigger heavy if the team's not performing well.
Yeah.
But then, Ladimos, to be fair, I can't really fault. I feel it's the system, and because of how Chelsea plays, Chelsea creates this numerical situation with the wing backs always in the opponent's box. If you've ever noticed, you find out that Chelsea wing backs are so high up, and you find them in loads of spaces. Like Chris James, you can find him in space. You can find Chilwell in space. I was actually happy Chilwell didn't play that game yesterday because we would have conceded point blank.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to look at the system. Lukaku played for Man United, so I've actually watched Lukaku over time, and I watched him at Inter. Lukaku is this kind of a target man, right? Lukaku is a target man. That's why he didn't fit.
He's not a target man.
Not really. Oh, he's kind of a hybrid.
He's not a target. I know people want to talk about his first. Yeah, because he's a big guy. People think he's not. He's not a target. He's not a target man. This guy can, because I watched him at Inter Milan. And I watch him for Belgium. This guy, he can run into channels and take players on. He's decent with link up play. You know, his speed and transition on the counter attack is lethal. He was Inter Milan's best player by far last season, top goal scorer and top with assists.
Yeah,
him and this team, when he plays, I don't know if the players are Tuchel, but I'm assuming it's not Tuchel because he's not. You know, he's not that stupid. These players, when he plays, these players use him as a target man for some reason, and they expect him to do everything. But if he's not getting the serve, like we played Aston Villa. This guy only got 2 chances he scored. We played Zenit the first game in the Champions League. He only got 1 chance he scored. We played Man City when we lost. Everyone's saying we were terrible. This guy only got 1 chance. We played Juventus the next game. We played terrible. This guy only got 1 chance. He's not getting chances to score. We played Arsenal with his first game. This guy got his first chance he scored, and he got, I think, another chance again that whole game. So this guy is not getting quality service.
So that could be.
And people want to blame him.
What's the reason for that? Is it because I know you said
it's not
something
it's not
about
it's,
how
it's
like
not
the
system, it's the players.
You said the players are not like they don't create for these specific players that you mentioned when they're on the pitch, right? So I mean I get that, right? But my question more is like, in your opinion, how do you solve that problem?
Yeah, if I was to say something about what he's talking about, first of all, you guys need to understand that every team that comes against Chelsea, they have a game plan. They have that game plan to sit back, to create that low block, to frustrate our wingers that are supposed to be creating chances. And also, if you notice, the way creativity comes into the squad has to come from that midfield as well. So when you're not having those midfielders that can't create, you're left with the wingers to create. And our wingers as well, they've not gotten that cohesion yet to be even creating chances. There's no chemistry. Like, we haven't played a front three for up to 3 games, consecutively. So there's no even chance for them to build that chemistry. There's nobody understands each other. Like, Chelsea, that will be my problem. Actually, I've been ranting. I need Tuchel to get a first 11. Let him drill that first 11. Let them play the shit out of themselves. Let them get that chemistry.
But he has his first 11, doesn't he?
But it's hard to, because these young forwards, Mount, Werner, Havertz, Callum, they're so young and they're so this is why I don't always like young players being a main part of your team when you're trying to win trophies, because they're so inconsistent, and when you're trying to rely on them, they're going to hinder you. Like sorry, the guy in the top right, what's your name? Sorry,
is that me?
Gbemiga.
Oh,
yeah.
Gbemiga.
Yeah, you mentioned Foden at City. Yeah, he's not their most important player. As great as he is.
Angelo.
So Angelo. They don't have Man City don't rely on Foden. He's great when he comes in and he's one of their best players, but they don't rely on this guy.
I think because
he's so young. There's no reason why they should rely on this guy. Because when he has a bad game, and if City lose, it'll be because of him, because he's their best player. Like for example, with Arsenal, their best players are Smith Rowe, Saka. When those guys have bad games, because their experience doesn't step up in a Gbemiga or Lacazette, whatever, they'll tend to lose or draw because no one else steps up. With Chelsea, because our forward line or our creativity is coming from these young players, if they're not stepping up or making the right decisions, Lukaku
All right,
is the one who's
Prime.
going to suffer.
Yeah, Prime. Let me just before you leave. So, are you one of the people that also share that opinion that Thomas Tuchel needs to get a first 11? That's one. And then, secondly, how do you think the team needs to play to optimize Lukaku? Because, in your opinion, the way they are playing right now is not the way he should be able to feed off, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you think the team should play differently? And that's one. And then, secondly, do you think Thomas Tuchel needs to find a first 11?
We need to play with early crosses and early balls into him when we get the opportunity. Not this being indecisive with our passes. We need to, and him finding a front three that fits them. I understand that, and that's true. However, what's also hampered us is injuries. Injuries to Lukaku and Werner, and then Mount being so inconsistent this season, and Havertz also being inconsistent this season, and Pulisic being out. We haven't had a chance for everyone to be fit, and then for him to say, this is our definitive front three. He hasn't had that chance. So I'll give him that. And hopefully now, this stretch we have from during this Christmas period, we can hopefully see which is our best front three. Because right now, everyone's fit. Barring Chilwell and Kovacic and Kante, or at least the front three anyway, everyone's fit. So hopefully we can get a run of games and he can find out what the best front three by come January.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you very much for coming, Prime.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you for having me on. I'm a big fan of the show, by the way, as well. So thank you for having me on.
Too much. Big fan of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, man. Cheers. All right, Elite SM comps. Introduce yourself, and then God's power do so as well. So
can you hear me?
Very well.
All right. My name is Steven. Call me Elite, and I'm a Liverpool fan.
The very first one here today.
And I've been watching the channel for a long time. Sometimes
thank you very much.
Instagram Live. We actually chatted in your DM sometimes ago.
Oh,
you remember?
I remember.
Yeah. So before I just say little things, I want to correct two impressions. First of all, to my Horkays CFC.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first of all, not every team that plays against Chelsea packs the boss.
Yeah.
Or play low block. Liverpool don't play low block against nobody.
Yeah.
Can they tell you?
Secondly, to my Arsenal fan, Mr. Gbemiga on the right hand. Yeah, you were saying something I actually wrote it down so I won't forget. Right. Some players are not good enough. If you want to grow, if you want to progress, bro, some players are not good enough. For instance, I'm a Liverpool fan. Origi has been in Liverpool for so many years. He is not good enough. You see, when Jota came in, people were saying, let Firmino stay on the bench because he's that good. If you are an average player, you are sitting on the bench. If you're a good player, you're sitting on the bench. Your opportunity will come. And when it comes, use it.
Take it.
Take it.
Right. And can I just say something?
You know why I said take it? You know why I said take it? For instance, Alonso and Chilwell. Now Chilwell is out. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but Chilwell is out. This is the opportunity. Use it. So when Chilwell comes back, he sits on the bench and fight for his place. But when you play, in a very bad way, people are missing Chilwell and wanting him to come back. You get it.
Yeah, I get your point. But if I would just say one thing, if I would say one thing about this, especially from an Arsenal context, right? I do agree with you. There's some players that aren't good enough. I don't disagree on that, right? But specifically on the Arsenal context, there are a number of players that I do think are good enough, right? And I think that not using them at all drags the team backward, right? Especially when your best players aren't performing. So people like Gabriel Martinelli, you can't convince me that he's not a good player. I'm just not going to believe
he's raw. He's raw.
Somebody is raw and is young, but so are some of your best players, right? But he does have quality. Nicolas Pepe, you can't convince me that he's not a good player.
He's
right?
not a good player.
Oh God, come on.
He's an average
I
player.
can't be convinced of that, right?
No.
It's not the best player.
It's not a good
right?
player. If he play for Leeds, he won't start.
I disagree with that.
He won't start.
Like, if he plays for Leeds, he will
start.
Do you know that this boy came from Lille where he scored 22 goals in a season? Bearing, I know that's the French league. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know it's the French league, right?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that this guy has that in his locker.
No.
If you bring him to the Premier League, any team that you see, if you watch Nicolas Pepe, I watch Arsenal every weekend, so I know the kind of player Nicolas Pepe is, right? If you look at some of the best games Nicolas Pepe has played for us now, his biggest strengths, one is he's a very clinical finisher, right?
Okay.
Put him in the box, give him 10 shots, he will score 7. I promise you. Very clinical finisher, right? And then Nicolas Pepe likes to drive into the box. He likes to play inside forward, if you understand that position, right?
Like
you put him
Salah?
on the wing and he drives
Like
into
Salah?
and he drives into the box, right? So you want him in that position as often as possible to get the best out of it. Unlike, and this is the difference between him and Salah that you just mentioned. You see Salah, he can hug the wing and walk his way into the box. Pepe most of the time cannot. He doesn't have the efficiency to do that. So if I was managing Pepe, I would put him in the box. I would make sure he's always at the edge of the box and has the opportunity to take as many shots as possible. But you see, that's not the way Mikel Arteta wants to play, right? And the way it's like Aubameyang. People want to say Aubameyang is a bad player, he's declining because he's not getting goals. I won't agree that he's not a good player because I have seen him perform before. I know what that guy can do. I just know that the style that we're playing right now is not suited to that kind of player. But you can't convince me that he's a bad player. He's definitely not a bad player, right? No one's going to pay 72 million for it. It's like telling me Timo Werner is a bad player. Is he a bad player?
Let me tell you.
Just briefly.
Exactly. It's just not a good player for the style you play at Chelsea.
Yes, briefly. Timo Werner has proven himself in Bundesliga, which is more harder.
Pepe proved himself in free. He didn't. It was not an unknown name.
Let me say something, bro.
Say something, yeah.
Werner has proven himself, not just for 1 year. We've been watching Werner for 2, 3, 4 years. All right? Pepe is one season wonder from nowhere. Then they give him 72 million. Bro, wait. If you're an elite footballer, you are coming for 72 million pounds. Bro, you are starting most of the games and you are not taking your chances. You are average.
And there's something. Let me just build on that.
First of all, that's another wrong thing. He's not starting most of the games.
Well, let me just throw in this one. Yeah.
Aubameyang is a very good player, but bro, no matter how good you are, you have to be hungry.
So he's not hungry.
It's not
These
hungry.
points are very, very.
I'm telling you,
very, very.
Aubameyang is lazy.
I don't want they're very weird points. How can you say a player is lazy? He doesn't want to achieve things in his own life.
Let me tell you why.
What do you mean? Don't you see him run on the pitch for 90 minutes, but he's lazy?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
I'm sure you're not an Arsenal fan.
I don't want to.
Because there's always people who don't support Arsenal that come with these strange opinions. How can you tell me
he's a Liverpool
is
fan.
lazy?
He's a Liverpool fan.
Wait, bro.
Lazy is the last word you should use for Aubameyang.
Aubameyang is lazy. Aubameyang is that kind of guy who thinks I have arrived, I don't need to work hard.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about my captain? You are very wrong. What do you mean? Aubameyang is the guy that runs on the pitch for 90 minutes. What are you saying?
Okay, hold on. Let's hear what Gospel has to say. Hold on, guys. Let's hear what Gospel has to say. Gospel, first, what club do you support? You've been here for a long time. I'm very, very sorry for keeping you waiting too. Just chipping on this matter.
Well, I'm a Chelsea fan. Gospel in Monday. I'm a Chelsea fan. So, waiting my guys, they argue about this elite is very right. It's very, very right, 100%. So, one thing about football, you need hunger and maturity in the extent. Just like you talk about Salah. No, we not quickly forget that Salah come Chelsea some times ago. He was not ready. He was not ready, but when the time reach, you get. Most probably when your time reach, there are still some player that is better than you.
Of course.
Yes. So that's I'm not to get problem about that. No, I'll talk about Chelsea game yesterday.
Chelsea United. So what do you see there?
Chelsea United. That game was Chelsea. We played very well, though. We played very well. Like we did our best. Just that we forgot to score. If you watch our
Forgot.
previous, yeah, we forgot to score. Yes. If you watch, yes.
Interesting.
So Frank, the performance was.
Dave, what do you have to say about that?
No, see, I'm coming. Let me finish first.
Land.
If you watch
Eric
our previous two games, Leicester and Juventus, if you check our first game, it was from corner kick, right? Against Leicester, against Juventus as well, corner kick. Imagine yesterday we play more than 10 corner kick. We did not score. You get so the performance was good, and it also reminded me say before you win Premier League, the standard when Liverpool before the standard when Liverpool and Man City don't set for the previous 2-3 years, Chelsea never reached. We are not a proper team yet, so that's essence. If we go through with this Premier League game, we have to pray these guys maybe draw, lose, draw point with our own mentality, our own mindset like this. Because check our attackers. We have 3 attackers. We have Werner, we have Havertz, we have Lukaku. For me, the best person that suits there is Havertz, because if we play with him, we score goals. The guy come outside. He always come outside to help the team press, drop down. But somebody like Lukaku to do this Thomas Tuchel formation and Premier League most of this less team when know that you go fit beat them, they always sit down. But if they feel hold that Lukaku cannot do anything, you get you just look for power. So the best option for now is to stick with Havertz. I don't really know how or less because our double pivot they're too deep.
Stick with Havertz.
Yes. So for me, for my opinion. For my opinion, because
Leonard,
our midfielders,
go on.
It's a bit complicated.
Let me finish. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
Finish. Check our midfielders. Check that double pivot. Sometimes they are always deep. They are not close to our attackers. Our attackers now we need to work from wings. Either James or Shiwe. Now Shiwe is gone. Alonso, we're not too trusting like that. You get. So if we forget about Lukaku, forget about the price tag, maybe we might be using it once in a while. But to talk about the mate, like somebody to be there, I believe in Havertz because we bring Havertz, we score goals. Look at our previous game without Lukaku, whatever. But we bring Lukaku because of the price tag. So that's what I say.
Leonard, please.
Thanks for coming and got power. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Are you guys getting me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So I'm a big fan, first of all, and you guys are really doing a good job as in fans tribe. I'm following guys from Ivory Coast, but I'm from Zambia, just here for some studies. So I mean. So, on the objective part of the game, I think starting with the match between Chelsea and Manchester United, I'm a Chelsea fan, but being objective, enough. Chelsea played well. They did what they could. They did Manchester United. They did have clear chances.
Yeah.
But no matter how good you are as a team, no matter how good you are as a team, you have to prove yourselves in those chances that you have. Look at Otono is a very good young chap that is coming in, but those are rare chances that you have clear with a goalkeeper, and you just throw it, go away like that. So objectively speaking, Tuchel sometimes when he makes his lineups and everything, you feel that there's a difference when Werner is inside. I don't really, when people talk about Timo Werner not being a natural striker, for me, in a way, I think in some way, I do agree that the guy is not a natural striker. Yes, his form is that he brings pressure. He gives pressure when he's on the team lineup. So the pressure that he gives at least gives the midfielders that are playing. If there is Kante or Jorginho playing there, Kante and Jorginho have got different ways of playing. If you put Kovacic and Kante, they certainly have got different system of plays. But if you put two people that have got the system of play, it's almost one and the same thing. So objectively speaking, Chelsea played well, but they deserved. Well, I don't know if it's the word to use. They deserved to win, but they didn't really utilize the chances they had. And if Manu was ruthless enough, they would have won that game, maybe 2-1 or something like that. Chelsea played well; they dominated their chances, the corners, but we fell. It was the same thing with Burnley. We possessed the ball, we had clear-cut chances, but we failed to score. And when we start talking about Timo Werner not being Timo Werner, of course, being injured at some point, Romelu Lukaku. When Lukaku comes in the game, you see that the guy gives, even just I think his body, I think threatens most of the
presence.
The presence. So for me, even when you bring on Lukaku, I think Tuchel messed up on the sense of the substitutes that he started bringing in afterwards. Those were late substitutes that he was supposed to bring in way when he saw that the match was not going to be was going to be complicated. Just the presence of Romelu Lukaku, it gives that it's like I mean the system of Manchester United, where if you play Cavani and Ronaldo, if they catch Cavani, Ronaldo will be free. If you catch Ronaldo, Cavani will be free. So if you bring in Romelu Lukaku up there, defenders, just by the conception of they have of Lukaku being a scorer and all that, they will be on to him. And people like James, people like Odoi, they will have clear-cut chances to score to score goals. But if you bring in the person just, I don't know, 10 minutes just to, what do you expect? It's just like that. Of course, when they asked him, he commented and they said we played well. We played well, but we didn't win. It's 3 points. We had to get 3 points. I'm not talking bad of Man U, but I mean we played way much better than Manchester United, and we deserved the win, but we just didn't utilize the chances. And I mean it happens like that, and it's I think it's just part of the game. But those are mistakes
It
that
is what
sometimes
it is.
you're a young chap like the Odois that are coming on, clear-cut chances they defended. I mean those are, I don't know, training balls that you have just put across and then it goes in. So it was a good game, but we missed that. My brother spoke of, we didn't forget to score. We just messed up. You're not just ruthless enough. I'm telling you.
I swear.
And the thing is,
Miga, is it
Elite, before you speak here, I would like you to address something, okay? Chelsea is currently, I think, top, right? 1 point ahead of City.
Yeah.
And then they are both ahead of Liverpool.
Yeah.
On the long run, which of these two teams do you feel will push Liverpool more for the Premier League title? And then say whatever I want to say, and then we move.
Okay. As a Liverpool fan here, I want to be on top. But right now we are top. We have to keep fighting. One team I'm scared of, right, is Manchester City.
Yeah.
They have been there before, over and over again. If they climb to that top spot, it's over. It's over. Forget it. I want Chelsea to be there. It's easy to chase them. This is the first time most of these players are going for the league, right? So I would want to chase Chelsea than chase City. City is the kind of team that can win 16 in a row. They have done it before.
19.
Not twice, right? So I'm really scared of City. Chelsea, on the other hand, defensively they are solid. Midfield is okay. But the thing is, most of these, they are wingers upward, the Odoi, the Havertz, the Ziyech. They are not those kind of players that are hungry to score goals. Someone like Odoi, for instance, he is like a Sadio Mane kind of player. The talent is there, the ability is there. Be hungry to score goals. Please score goals. Forget Lukaku. Shoot the ball. For you to stem for you to put your name among the elite as an attacker, you have to score goals. So that's where Chelsea, I think they will fall short. Their wingers not taking it seriously. They want Lukaku. Lukaku cannot score all the goals. No.
And Rich James can't score all season long.
You see even Firmino sometimes. Firmino is not hungry for goals. You sit on the bench. Jota is hungry. He plays football and he scores. You don't need players that are not hungry for goals, especially when you are an attacker.
Yeah.
True.
I'm expecting Odoi, for instance. I love him so much. I am expecting Odoi to come. Yes. When Lukaku come, let him fight.
Goal-wise, Odoi is not hungry at all.
It's not.
They say that boy no fee improve.
In leg, never even ready to shoot.
No.
He say leg never ready.
And Timo Werner is just, I don't know. Like I watched that guy for so many years.
We for knock shots. They
Werner,
finesse.
for instance, I love Werner. I'm a Liverpool fan. I thought he would be wearing the red shirt.
Exactly. Most Liverpool fans did.
Yeah, I thought he would be playing for Liverpool. But I'm glad we got
Do you
Jota
think
instead.
Werner is also not hungry for goals? Because it seems like that's your thing with
You can see it
strikers
in
that are
Werner.
not
Werner is
scoring. They're not
hungry to
hungry.
score goals. But sometimes you don't know. Maybe something is wrong upstairs. Maybe you need somebody to just sit him down and say, "Come, we're in front of
So
goal."
let me ask you a question. Timo Werner is not scoring a lot of goals.
Miga, just to answer your
He's
question, I think it's not for me. I think it's not because Werner is not angry for goals. I don't think Werner is a natural striker. You know, there are balls. I think you watched the Champions League. There are balls that they gave Werner clear cut with a keeper, and the guy couldn't score. For me, when they put in Werner, I think Tuchel's got. I mean, if you put Werner on the right on the right side, the guy's got speed. The guy can create chances, but scoring, I don't think I can count on Werner. The guy can
Which
create.
is what this is
But
the thing that I keep trying to make you understand.
Werner,
Right?
for instance,
Elite.
There's a way to use players that brings out the best in them, right?
Yes,
it's like
sir.
Leonard just said. There's a way you can use a guy, you get the best version of him.
Yes.
The best version of him might not be more calm down.
That stays in
The
front
best
of the
version
keeper
of him
and
might
shoots
not be
wide.
more goals, but it will do a lot better for you. But if you use him in an unnatural way, this is what you're going to get. And it doesn't mean he's not hungry. It just means that the system doesn't favor him.
You are just trying to defend your own player who is lazy. Aubameyang.
I'm not going
this
to have
guy
that
is
argument
not
with you because you
letting
clearly
go.
don't watch us now. If you watch us now,
bro,
you
I
can't
have-
tell
I have-
me that you think
bro,
Aubameyang
I
is
see-
lazy,
I
but it's
see-
fine.
see, let me tell you something.
I'm not gonna have that argument with you.
Wait, let me tell you something. I work from home, right? From my house. I
What
live in
does that
Moscow.
mean to? What does
I
that
live
mean
in
to?
Moscow. My DSTV, my cable, whatever, is on 24 hours.
So you are trying to prove to me that you watch Aubameyang, but you
Every
think
day.
that with what that guy does on the pitch, he's lazy.
It does nothing on the
Yeah,
pitch.
oh, fine. I
Okay,
can't have an
elite,
argument with you, man.
elite.
I
Just
can't
give
have
us
an
your final
argument with
thoughts.
you, man.
Give us your
Okay.
final
My
thoughts,
final
and
thought is
then
this.
Leonard, you can give us your final thoughts.
My
and
final
let's
thought
get
is this.
some people in. Yeah.
I will just touch on one or two things, then I'll go. The first is Werner.
Yeah.
Werner is trying his best. But I keep wondering why you will be 5 years away from goal and you still shoot. I'm surprised. Yeah, he's working out. If you look at him, his pace is working out. But maybe the coach needs to just sit him down and say, "Come, put the ball in the back of the net. Sit here." Maybe in training, I don't know. I'm not a football manager, but I don't know what is wrong with him. He's doing everything right other than putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yes, sir.
You get it? It's working hard. But you see this Aubameyang that my brother is defending. I'm an African boy. I love African people. I want every one of them to do well. That is why you see I'm always hyping somebody like Mendy. Let him win something, right? But Aubameyang, I watched him, bro. He's the only captain since I've been watching football who comes out on his whatever page and say I'm the coolest captain ever. Have you heard a captain?
So he's lazy because he's flamboyant. That's why he's lazy, because he has a flamboyant.
It's a lifestyle
personality.
thing, Sha.
Let me land.
Because his personality is loud, he's lazy. These
I
are
will soon
weird
leave.
things you're saying, bro.
I will soon leave. Let me land. Bro, if you have been watching football for a long time, if you have been reading the history of football, go and check. John Terry, Neymar Javide, Ferdinand.
These people,
No, that's a
you
personality
don't-
thing. That
it's a
I'll
personality
speak
thing.
against you there.
Didn't you see Aubameyang?
That's
Do you
a
remember that
personality.
AFCON where
That one
Aubameyang
don't
showed
follow.
up and he showed
When I
up looking
finish,
like
wait,
a gangster?
when I finish,
That's his
wait, when I finish.
personality. Come
Talk.
on.
It's not personality. A captain to act like a captain. You
Alright,
lead,
boss.
others follow.
No vex.
You can't be buying a Lamborghini and the life and forgetting that somebody is paying you 400 grand a week. No way, bro. And that is why Arsenal, that is why you talk. That is why you
Beat one laugh die.
I'm speaking the fact. Take it or leave it.
Ellie, thank you very much. Thank you very
Arsenal
much.
Football
Thank you
Club.
very much.
You will be there for the next 10 years and you will be comfortable.
Make Elite.
Thank you very much, Elite.
Yeah, you have to be
Leonard.
ruthless, bro. It's football. You have to be ruthless. That is why Chelsea are winning. The owner is ruthless. If you're not doing the job, you are out.
Okay, well, I mean, you are.
Remove. Thank you very much, Elite.
He's struggling, if not for the club and it's genuine.
No.
It's work.
You do make a valid point in that Chelsea, the owner of Chelsea, is very ruthless.
Very
but not
ruthless.
every club will
Aubameyang
operate
is the
that
kind of
business
captain
model.
who is too soft. If you want to lead and people will follow, you have to be strong. You have
All right, boss. I don't hear you.
Thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you very much, Ellie.
Bless
Nice
you, bro.
one,
Not
nice one,
Arsenal,
nice
not
one as
City.
always.
No,
Always
I
breaking
don't. You say I
tables.
don't consider. I know the argue again.
Into the concede.
Okay, Leonard, final thoughts, and then we move.
Final thoughts. I think just some direct point. I think you we just followed my first comment. I've actually still in football. Lionel Messi was just given another
Exactly. We
Ballon
need to discuss that for the final 20 minutes of this show. So, yeah.
Ballon d'Or, but I don't
Hmm.
really think the guy really deserved it. To be honest, Messi didn't have a good
Okay, should I
season.
tell you some things?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Copa America, top goal scorer.
Uh-huh.
Copa America, top assist provider.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina's first major trophy since God knows when. I think it was way back when. You know, dragged Barcelona all season. Him alone, no, you understand, which is normal. Won the Copa del Rey, right? Definitely, he can't drag the team into winning everything he get, but he played his part. And you have to bear in mind that the Ballon d'Or is an individual award.
Yeah,
They won't
that's
give
true.
you
That's true.
Ballon d'Or for winning World Cup or Champions League. But what did you do? And there are some pundits that will say they don't believe in the Ballon d'Or. I don't know if you know Frank Leboeuf. He was a former Chelsea defender, like way back when. When Kanu Nwankwo scored that hat trick versus Chelsea for Arsenal, he was the last player on the line when Kanu wind that ball from that corner. He said he doesn't believe in the Ballon d'Or, that the Ballon d'Or is rubbish, that football is a team game, that you can't award one player the best player in the world. That is he the best defender? Is he the best goalkeeper? And I disagree, because in as much as everybody has a position, everybody has a role to play in football, how well do you play your own role? You understand?
Yeah,
Do you play your role
contribution.
better than everybody
Individual
else
play.
that plays that role? And then do you do it so well that every other person that is the best on whatever they are doing, you're better than them? You understand? So when people say, hey, Messi no deserve the Ballon d'Or, hey, why not give this person? I'm one of the people that said they should give it to Lewandowski, but I always
Even
said I
myself
was
as
going
well.
to understand if they give it to Messi. You
Yeah.
understand? So
Anyway,
that's just what I have to say. So go on.
statistically speaking, the guy deserved it anyway. Statistically speaking, and if you follow the figures of what he has achieved and all that, but anyway, that's one. On the other side, Arsenal is a good. Gbemiga, Arsenal is a good team. They still have some experiential players inside, and I believe that it's just a question of finding. I can say a system where certainly, if you look at sometimes we try to make players, not adapt to a system, and we fail to play. But if an individual comes in, you bring in a player like, let's say, Obama, and people have been complaining, but I mean, I like the way the guy plays. People have been complaining, they've been putting comments, but each player's got their own dry season or desert season, if I should put it that way, and it's something that comes and goes. For me, I still believe that Arsenal still has good players that are capable of, bringing out the best out of them. Chelsea, the secret, I thought, for me, coming back to Chelsea, I think what has worked for Chelsea is that for Tuchel, it's not you have to merit to play. It's not a question of there's no connection between you and the coach. You just have to show that you deserve to play. So it's like you fight for the jersey, and that is something I think that has helped even these young players at Chelsea to develop talent. Hudson-Odoi was wanted by some great clubs. He was talked over, he was tipped over to say, okay, this is what is going on. I really don't want you to go. He thought it was not for the good. He lamented, I'm sure, wherever he was. But at the end of the day, he had his chance to play because, injuries will come into the team. That is how, when you're supposed to show that this is what you're capable of doing. But when they give you a chance like that, and just blow it off, it doesn't make sense, So the individual play that is at Chelsea, I should put it that way, any person and any player at Chelsea is capable of scoring. And I think that has been what has helped them, the collective play that they have. So in as much as, of course, Lukaku was not there, Werner was not there, they were able to score goals. I think most of the teams, if you develop a system where you make a player adapt to what you want them to play, and you see potential in them. I was just earlier on. I was talking about Werner, who uses his speed, to make balls, to make assists. I think for me, he's really a good playmaker. Werner, not really putting him as the last man on top there to score goals. He can have
Number
people that
11.
create goals, but speed, when it has to do with speed, the guy is good. We've seen balls where the guy really only with a keeper or something, but he just misses. And is it really confidence? Last year we were talking about let's give him some time to win confidence, but I don't really think that even when he was at the Bundesliga, and I don't think anyway he had chances. But I mean, Premier League is a different league. It's one of the most competitive leagues, so you have to adapt to a system that that is best for you and to bring out the best of you. I think for me that's what I can say with regards to who's going to win the league. I think it's very competitive at the moment. Chelsea cannot sit comfortably there because I mean there are hyenas and lions and dogs behind there. I think
Wolves.
I don't know. Wolves. It's only 2 points, and they are still smelling the meat out there. So it's only 2 points.
Leonard, who's the dogs? I wonder.
Thank you very much, Leonard. Thank you very much, Leonard. Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Too much. Thanks for all the support. We see your comments. You're one of the very, very active commenters during our live show, I think.
No, I like the way you guys do the previews. It's good. I make jokes with some of my guys here. I've got classmates from Nigeria, so when I just finish, I go to the previews. I say this is what the guys are, and we just laugh about it. And there's some good analysis from Danny. Godfrey, he did a good job, and he kept on his words, and did the
exactly.
He washed.
Oh god. Okay, so for the final part of this show, we are just going to make this about the Ballon d'Or, deserved or not deserved, and whatever. So
congratulate me.
I don't write.
Have you congratulate us
okay
for winning picking our first award?
The thing is,
I think Chelsea was Club of the Year or something, right?
Chelsea Club of the Year.
Yeah.
We know what we are. I wish Godfrey was here. I wish Godfrey was here. I wish Godfrey was here. We know what we are. We know what we are.
I'm just gonna say though, Mendy was robbed. Armed robbery.
Mendy wasn't robbed.
You.
Come on.
No.
Armed robbery. Daylight.
You can't.
Come on,
just
he
like
wasn't robbed. Don't forget. Right?
I'm seeing big
money eyes.
Mendy is a good goalkeeper, right? But like his prime with experience. Mendy is a good goalkeeper. The prime with experience came when he joined Chelsea. And when did he join Chelsea?
Just recently.
It doesn't matter.
Ballon d'Or is not given based on merits. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I'm saying compared to Donnarumma who won. Donnarumma, come on, man.
I see what has Mendy done in the past 6 months?
If you had given it to Neuer, I would have not argued.
You don't think Donnarumma
Donnarumma from AC Milan?
No,
Is it because he's playing for AC Milan? The guy is a quality goalkeeper.
If you give it to Neuer.
Okay, hold up.
Are you guys talking about goalkeepers winning Ballon d'Ors?
No. There was an award for the best goalkeeper in the Ballon d'Or. There was an award.
Oh, okay.
Yes, not the goalkeeper winning.
And they gave Donnarumma.
So, Vinci, what are you saying?
I see. Okay.
Messi, Ballon d'Or.
Okay.
Yay or no?
For
Seriously,
me,
the goalkeeper award. The goalkeeper award is not even my business.
It's not for me. Messi is not the Ballon d'Or winner. I know a lot of Messi fans who come out of their rooms and their closets and start making noise about Copa America and things like that. For me, in my opinion, Argentina should have won more than they've won in the last 10 years. Their squads that they've had, they have no excuse to not have collected at least one trophy. Let's think about it. In Copa America, how many teams are you really facing? If you are watching it as a fan, is it not Brazil or Argentina? Who else is there? Uruguay coming in there is because they allowed them. They shouldn't be there talking. It's really Brazil and Argentina. So if we're looking at it for the past 10 years or so, we're congratulating Messi, even though he has been collecting all the Ballon d'Ors for not winning any single international trophy. He's been collecting all the Ballon d'Ors he's been collecting. Now he's 1-1. We're now giving him an extra excuse to give it to him.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is this. There have been people that have been banging goals, delivering in the pipeline, waiting for these two, Ronaldo and Messi, to just chill out small. like Lewandowski. Benzema too has done something. But I'm saying Lewandowski consistently for years. And we've just been robbing this guy. And we're just, because he plays for Poland, are we going to punish him because he plays for a useless team? What is it that Lewandowski has not done, that, especially this last season,
and
that Messi has
I'll
done more? And he's still doing.
And
he's winning trophies and awards. Come on.
Horkays chipping.
Yeah, because I think, first of all, everyone needs to understand that the Ballon d'Or is not just given because of the person that had the best year. Yes, it's a very good requirement, but you guys should understand Ballon d'Or is also based on votes. And now if you see a team or a player in somewhere that has split vote, it will reduce the vote by a load of percent. Now in the Bundesliga, you have Lewandowski. In France, you have maybe Mbappe, you have Benzema. That would split the votes massively. First of all, captain has to vote, your coach has to vote. But I'm very sure everyone in South America voted Messi as number one. Most people in the Spain as well, in Africa, different coaches, different captains will vote Messi in there. Messi has the PR, he backs it up with performances. So it's not just about you performing well in a year. This is based on votes from players, from the captains of the teams, and also the coaches of the team.
So yeah,
I think that's another
okay. Make a valid point about
yes, we
how
understand
it is
that.
decided.
Okay,
but we're talking about we are talking about it as if it's decided on merit, right? That's why this argument exists. So obviously the politics will always be the politics,
right?
And you would always see that play out. But we're saying in terms of merits, right? If there was no politics, if it was based on what you've done throughout the year,
it's not a popularity context.
Who should deserve that Ballon d'Or?
The truth about Ballon d'Or is about media. Don't forget, journalists are the focal point of that award. Journalists are captains vote, coaches do vote. Many times they've given, like, if you remember in 2019, many captains came out to say, we didn't vote for Messi. We didn't vote for Messi. The things about your social media also contributes a lot to that. And that is one thing you will see that Lewandowski lack, that Messi and Ronaldo has. And it's a big business. It's a big business. Strength. Yes, it's a big business. Your Instagram alone.
You make a good point, but let me say something here.
Right.
For us that have been watching football for 15 years, look, we've been watching football since them Ronaldo time. Do you remember when Ballon d'Or is won and everybody will shut up because we know for a fact this is the best player? Kaka won it. Cannavaro won it at one point. Ronaldinho. All these people that won it back then. When they take it, you shut up. The votes made sense. Nowadays, since Messi and Ronaldo came in, we've lost our minds now. We don't even know how to look at.
What about when Modric won?
That's exactly what we are saying now, because then it was no more of the social media. It was more of you have worked for it. But now I'm saying they have brought things like social media. They brought me like your shares. This is money now.
It's not money. What about Modric?
Can I just chip in something?
Hold on, everybody, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Yes,
sir. Best club in the world. Go through.
Yeah, I was saying, like, because he's saying, like, it's about social media, but I'm like, what about Modric? When Modric won it, like, Modric is a low key guy. It's not like Ronaldo or Messi. So why would you say like it's about social media? I don't think so.
He won it because of Perez now, which is a business thing. It's Perez. Take it all.
Don't go there.
No. It's Perez.
No, I think Toxic has said it earlier.
This time around, money no day again. That's why Benzema did not win this thing. Money no day again. That's why Benzema
was World Cup. It was just World Cup, and it happened.
Did he win it? Did he win it? Did he win it?
Talks already said.
And Talk said it earlier. Happens almost every World Cup year. You just have that, like whoever does best in the World Cup has the
Ballon d'Or is this. Is this.
Vincent, what do you think? Vincent, are you there?
Yeah, I wanted to chip in something when my brother. I'm here. I didn't go anywhere. Credit. I wanted to chip in something when you are talking about the time Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or. He never merited the Ballon d'Or he won that year. He never. There was nothing he did to merit that Ballon d'Or.
Blasphemy.
Wahala.
Blasphemy.
Bro,
When Ballon when Paolo Nedved won Ballon d'Or, the year Paolo Nedved won Ballon d'Or, he never merited the Ballon d'Or
Pavel Nedved that year.
Oh my God.
Did you watch that man in
Make
the
him land
Champions League?
Oh my God.
Make him land. Make him land.
Land.
So I don't know why or where all these things are coming from. You sit here and start moaning about Messi winning the Ballon d'Or or not winning. Let me just tell you, even next year he's going to win it again.
Yes, he will still. As long as Messi is playing football, he will still win it again. I'm being honest. Yes, he will still win it again.
You heard
it's
it
a
here
business.
first.
It's a
It
business.
was close, very close. It was very close. Messi had 613 votes. Lewandowski had 580. That was really
My brother, they follow. You believe in all these things?
No. I'm just saying that's the statistics we can work with.
Okay. Let's take some comments. Okay, James. Lewandowski still better upon all the things where the host don't mention. No, I'm Godwin Amas. I will forever love talks for always speaking the truth. God bless King Messi. And this is not for praising me. Okay, James again. No, Lewandowski deserved it since 2 seasons ago. They're no great give him. Okay, Abie West. One of the criteria for giving him Ballon d'Or, it's players, entire coach, and that gave Messi the advantage already among the rest. Okay. Ladimos Prime is singing Champions of Europe. We know who we are.
You know what we are.
Tony Elijah Clay, watching from Texas, USA. Thank you very much. Edward Andem Osu, Messi, 58 goals and assists in 51 games. Copa America, Copa del Rey, top scorer in La Liga, top scorer and assist in Copa America. I beg. Gerard Molke, Ballon d'Or is so corrupted. Messi always wins the year Kante should have won this award. Woo. Interesting. Innocent Uga Elu. People said Messi should win the Copa America, and now he does, and people still don't appreciate him. Okay. Ingbokwe Charles, bro, you've been capping. James says Edward. Okay, he's addressing somebody else's comment. Abie West, like I said, it's a popularity contest. I think there's a comment here for Vichy. There's a comment here for you. They don't mention your name, so hold on. I will look for that comment. Let me find that comment. Oh my God, this is clogged. Okay, Godwin Amas, Vinci, just keep quiet there.
No context. Just keep quiet.
Innocent Ugailo, FIFA has to do special award for Chelsea FC. Prosper Lewandowski deserves it more. Chukwuka Kenechukwu, the link is there. If you just join the link, you'll be able to join the show. And we are wrapping up anyway, so we are trying to wrap up on this Ballon d'Or matter and take some comments. So, all right, back to this Ballon d'Or matter now as we wrap up. So,
Somebody mentioned a good point from the comments. Let's not just leave it.
Yeah,
N'Golo Kante, World Cup winner. Why has this guy never won it?
I beg. What about Jorginho?
How many times now?
Jorginho?
Jorginho,
the one that gave goal yesterday.
Exactly.
That one.
No. So how about
saying,
Messi?
like, if you're gonna give it
The
to
one that
N'Golo
he
Kante.
just joined Paris and was substituted.
No.
Okay.
Wait, are we comparing Jorginho and Kante? Please, let's not do that.
So if you are talking about based on merit or
I
based
mean, you
on
can
performance,
almost do that, to be honest. I don't think it will be a ridiculous comparison because Jorginho won with Italy.
Do you
Come
always
on.
watch the match? Do you always
He won with
after a
Italy
match?
and
Do
he
you
was
always
one of
watch
the
the
best
statistics?
players at Chelsea. I'm not
Do you
saying
watch
Kante wasn't good. Don't
the
get me wrong,
statistics?
but I'm saying the argument is not ridiculous.
I hear
It's
you,
not.
but let me tell you why.
It's
Let me tell you why it's ridiculous, in my opinion.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Kante is the reason why Leicester won the EPL. Let's not get it twisted.
I mean, you also have to add Mahrez and Jimmy.
Forget that thing. Let's be real. Forget that thing.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Right. Now, Kante is the reason why France won the World Cup.
No.
Ha!
Come on, bro.
Look, man.
See, bro. You need
I understand your points you make. Oh, Pogba, all these other things, I understand. But if you watch the football, the security they have with N'Golo Kante, I'm telling you, it's you cannot That's luxury. It's like having Van Dijk with Liverpool. It's a luxury. You can do so many things. It changes your entire team, your entire strategy, and your entire look. If you take away Kante, if Kante was playing yesterday, I can tell you that Chelsea would have easily dusted. They would have had probably 40 shots and they would have dusted Man United.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
Are you sure?
I
Because
can
that's what
tell you.
Jorginho did yesterday.
You did what
I've seen Kante
Juventus?
do it before too.
But for some reason,
The last time we won Manchester United was when he played. Now,
for some reason, the coach of Chelsea is. I don't think Kante is his favorite. I think he favors
But Kante's
Jorginho
injured, though.
and stuff.
no, it's because of injury.
I get you. I know it's because of injury, but I'm going back to the point of Jorginho and Kante. Now, look, Jorginho, I can respect his play, but the guy has defensive lapses. He has sometimes he just spaces out, and he's not strong enough. Yes, he's technically sound. He lacks in speed. He lacks in terms of mentality on where to position himself in midfield. Also, well, I was overhearing you guys talk about Chelsea's lacks in front and how Chelsea might lose the season if their strikers don't do anything. I'm sorry, if you have world-class midfielders, because their defense is strong, Jorginho is there in the midfield. If you have world-class midfielders, why aren't you banging goals? Forget Timo Werner, who is useless, who I think is not a striker. But if you have anybody else...
Timo Werner is not useless. So.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Don't be distracted.
Hold on. I'll stop muting Mike. So hold on. Okay, so Wes.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Michael Sanchez. Ballon d'Or.
Real quick.
What are you saying?
I just wanted to say right now, I'm here currently with the 7th-time Ballon d'Or right here with me. Do you have any words?
You just had to say it.
I just wanted to say what he just said now with that comment. Timo Werner, guy's trash. I think, and I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, I think Lukaku is extremely overhyped, just like his country, Belgium. No, that's just me. I think
that's very
Belgium
bold.
has not won absolutely anything ever since they've been in first place in the FIFA World Rank. They are trash. I think my country, which is Ecuador, could fucking outweigh those fools over there in Europe. That's just me saying. I don't know.
Your favorite club is trash, yeah?
Yeah.
We probably need to do a whole show about this thing because this Belgium, they're always there. FIFA World Ranking #1, but they're not winning anything.
I think they've missed a golden generation, if you ask me. This was the generation for them to do something, and
you see the way you said Belgium as the point of Belgium being #1, but they haven't won anything. That's how I feel about Messi winning the Ballon d'Or.
Messi did win things, though. Messi won things.
Messi is a
Let's not talk like Messi didn't win anything.
Ronaldo won something too. So what?
I mean, my only argument for Messi winning is just look when he was in Barcelona last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at them now.
Exactly.
He was the only one there.
Yeah, he was the only one there last season. There was no competition last season.
And at least they went on with something.
Bayern without Lewandowski will probably still achieve everything they've achieved.
What? Did you watch the Champions League last year?
No.
You didn't watch the Champions League last year?
Probably.
You guys
are breaking. Did you see a new?
Those are falling in, but
they will not.
No.
Okay, who will replace his goals? Leroy Sané.
No, of course.
Is it Muller?
Erling Haaland.
All right, guys. So we are just going to take quick thoughts from everybody, and then we'll wrap up. We've been here for 2 hours plus. I mean, Horkays and Gbemiga, thank you very much. You guys have been here all through. Really, really appreciate. So, final thoughts on basically anything you want to talk about, really. So we'll just start from Wes, Vinci, Tengu, and then best club in the world. 1 minute each. Just give us the final thoughts on football in the past week, the Ballon d'Or, and anything.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Wes. I'm calling from China. Yeah, I was watching the show, and for the Ballon d'Or,
there was no way anybody was going to win it besides Messi because of the criteria that were used. But that's by the way, he has won it. Talking about the week, Premier League and all that, I was hearing a few things about how Chelsea was playing, how Man U played, and all that. What I think is Chelsea played very well, but they didn't take their chances. That's not for Manchester United to blame themselves. It's for the team, Chelsea. You should do better. And then for Lewandowski, I think it's just unlucky. He should have won it last year, and they cancelled it because of COVID. And this year, Messi won the Copa America, so there was no way he was going to win it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
I think this will go down in history as a robbery, and we'll all look back to when Lewandowski was what he is right now, and he never got the Ballon d'Or. It's a shame. It's a shame. All right, Wes, thank you very much.
It's a disgrace. Disgrace.
And then, best club in the world.
What I'm gonna say is like FIFA, they're very biased against black players. You know, like coming for example, Mendy, right? Mendy should have definitely won the best goalkeeper. Like, there's no reason why they should be given to the Donnarumma. Like, makes no sense to me. You know,
stand with you.
Mendy was what 50 games, right? 29 clean sheets, 27 goals conceded, Super Cup, Champions League, best UEFA Champions League goalkeeper, and still you skip him for what? Because the Donnarumma won the European whatever
Euros.
cup, like Euros, like that makes no sense to me. And you know, like even players like Rudiger, you know, like they should be there up there too, like you know, like in the short list of Ballon d'Or, like it's become a beast in defense. But you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I think what you hear because in football, what we see is what's on the pitch. You know, there's 95% more to football that we don't see
behind
the 90 minutes we see on the pitch. So
yes, sir.
People always say there's systematic racism, there's this and that one, and some people call it the conspiracy. But when things like this happen, you can barely deny, and there's no way you can fight for this. But we move.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And then Vinci.
Yo, okay, really quick. Wow, I had some thoughts running through before we got into the Ballon d'Or. You restricted me into the Ballon d'Or talk, which was a tight restriction. But general thoughts on the Premier League. I'm fairly as a neutral. I'm fairly satisfied with how it's going. I'm glad that Arsenal have come up a little bit. I'm still not convinced with their team, and I'm sure if Arsenal fans are true to themselves, they would know that they're not fully convinced, but they should be happy that they're still in the mix of Europe. Man United, for me, are the classic comical. I think they're the comical fan base this season, because when Ronaldo came, we had a lot of noise being made. Now that we've seen how things are, he's cooled down a bit. They have cooled down small. With the coaching situation, which is good, but they're still in the mix. I like that. And obviously we have the Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. I love that. I love those three, because I was telling people before that the Liverpool team that won the season are still there. They're still the same. The way they won that season, it was so dominant that they needed the rest to catch up. And just because of last season's injuries, people got blinded by the fact that, you know, that team was still there, and they thought that, you know, Liverpool would be worse. But they have bought nobody, and they've just come back, and they're still kind of dominant. But I'm glad that and I'm glad that Chelsea have been able to, you know, buy some people, and Man City are always up there. Now, he asked the question to the other Liverpool fan. He said, who, you know, would he think would pose the most threat? I think Chelsea would pose more threat than Man City. And the reason why I think that is because of Man City. If you come on a good day, if you're brave and you challenge them, you can counter them. They have quite slow defenders and you counter them, you can catch them. With Chelsea, their defense is so solid and so packed that you'll be frustrated. They barely give up any goals. So if they are not winning, they're probably tying because their back is so strong and they're not firing goals. So that's why I feel like that Chelsea would be more of a threat because they're just so solid and compact. And Lukaku has not even been played to his full use. So that's already terrifying. That thought alone.
Yeah.
So I really fear Chelsea this season because I'm a Liverpool fan, just to be honest. But generally speaking, I really think that Arsenal, you're talking about Aubameyang too, just to touch on this, just to tell the things I heard. I know that Gbemiga is bouncer and bodyguard for Aubameyang, not tolerating any nonsense. I love that. But I think what the Liverpool fan was trying to say, but he was a bit too harsh and too strict and too tight, was that Aubameyang is the first captain that just seemed like he's not hungry enough. He was just too chill. His body language, don't get me wrong, right now, these days, he's running more than he used to, for example, last season. But from last season, he's the only captain I've seen that just gets benched anyhow or doesn't have the same intensity to mobilize his entire team, just like other captains on so-called top 6 teams, We've seen people like even Jordan Henderson, in the past, we've seen Harry Kane. Those people know how to mobilize their teams no matter what. And they have that character. But Aubameyang, somehow, maybe it's because of contract situation or he's not feeling the coach, he's just did not have it. Hopefully, with more wins, he can get it. But we're not still seeing the Aubameyang from Dortmund. Hopefully, for your sake, we can see him so I can make this the league more competitive. But I was a big fan of Aubameyang before he came to Arsenal. But one more thing, last thing, I promise.
Okay.
Timo Werner misfiring for Chelsea. This illusion that people thought that Timo Werner has arrived because he did some things in Germany. I'm sorry, this is the Premier League. And like Pepe is seeing and has suffered his own things. And other players have suffered. Premier League is a different ball game. You have to be on another level to be able to come here and deliver because defenders are out there looking at you like, you think you can come here and do nonsense. But the thing about Timo Werner is, I think the Premier League has exposed his lack of technical ability to shoot. He just cannot shoot. To save his... This is a technical issue that I've seen because he's had chances left side, right side, middle, 5 feet, 10 feet. Open goal. He reminds me of Fernando Torres after he left Liverpool. That one is because we cost him. But Timo Werner, nobody cost him. So that's what I'll end up with. But yeah, it's been great. Thank you guys for letting me jump on here. It's been fantastic.
So much, man. Thanks for coming through.
No worries.
We'll do this again very soon. And then, Tango, you're the last man standing. Shoot.
Let me start from Timo Werner because he just finished from there. Recently I was watching something about him, and it was clear that this is not the first time he's been in this situation. Timo Werner, even at his former club, he struggled. In fact, they said he struggled for 2 years with the same problem. That it's
Really?
a Timo Werner thing. Anytime he joins a new club, that it's been history. He struggled at least for 2 seasons before finally he gets to his best form, and then he starts firing. But you see, the Premier League is a different place, Like he said, Premier League is a different place. You will come, you have to struggle. If you remember those days of Drogba signing 2004, 2005, he was at his best around, let's say 2008, 2009, that period. Yeah. So it's a thing of patience, and I don't see Timo Werner as a flop. He does everything right. Maybe yes, he won't score now, but at a time he will come back. And then concerning the Premier League, right now, someone said something, and I didn't really. I was still at the background. He was saying that we hope that Chelsea can remain on top of the table because there were other wolves and other dogs or something like that, lions around. It's true. It's true. Even me as a Chelsea fan, I smell blood because the best way football has changed right now. You defend, you start your attacking from the defense, and you defend from the attack. So right now for Chelsea, what we are just lacking is that forward. You can see how even in the Ballon d'Or nomination, you can see how none of our attackers, apart from Mason Mount, let me say, none of our attackers, who is even a midfielder, self, none of them, we didn't hear anything about Pulisic or all those people. So the only thing now Tuchel has to work hard on that front. You know, I'm really surprised because attack used to be Chelsea's strength. I don't know when we started whether it's Antonio Conte that caused us after that his era, because since that Diego Costa era, everything just started going down in terms of that forward. That attack used to be Chelsea's strength. We no matter how you beat Chelsea, we go find way score you. So I hope Thomas Tuchel can find a way. Maybe if he can get a better coach to coach these people on that on how to score goals. Yeah, and then for other teams, right now I'm looking at Manchester United. I think Ragnick is there now. He has signed for the 6 months. I think he will come back, regenerate Manchester United, and then hopefully, concerning our last game, though I'm still trying to recover from the hangover. I'm still trying to recover from the hangover. I just observed that in that game, my take on that game is no disrespect to Maguire, but I feel that he's the problem of Manchester United. You can see how Bailey and Lindelof defended
their
with their
lives.
life. They put their life on that match. So if they should they should forget about Maguire for now and play these guys. I don't know if Ragnick is going to follow the same thing. Yeah, so Maguire is really their problem. Yeah, and then someone was talking about Arsenal. Just want to do small touches. Someone was talking about Arsenal. Yeah, I will not disrespect Arsenal. Arsenal right now, let me say they're on a different level compared to, I think I will agree that injuries was the problem. Right now, they fixed the defense. Arsenal is a different level right now. They fixed that defensive problem, and the midfield is improving. Though sometimes they are a little shaky, but they are improving and they are playing that progressive football we know Arsenal used to play. Though they are not yet there, but I think in the nearest future they will get there. And then someone called Aubameyang a lazy player. Sometimes you have to understand football. You have to understand football. Like I said, football right now is you defend from the attack and you attack from the defense. I understand what usually they want to, what they want to make Aubameyang do in the Arsenal stuff. You understand? He works very hard in that front. He's the one who do the pressing, if you want. He's the one who does the pressing very well from the forward. Yes, and that's what helps their defense because they can calculate from the forward. I play football. I'm a defender. If my attacker don't follow the ball, it affects me. I can't read the game very well. Yeah, so it's not that he's lazy. It's just the pattern, the style that Arsenal is playing. Yeah, so for the Premier League, I think if Chelsea drop any point, I hope we can keep winning. The Hungry Lions are there. Man City, as Liverpool is not looking like they want to drop either. So yeah, I think we can go far. Let's see what happens between. I can't even say anything about Chelsea winning until January, February thereabout. I can give a final thought on that. And then for Ballon d'Or, France cannot decide for me who is my best, who my best player is. For me, my thought on that, no disrespect. I respect everyone's opinion, but for me, they can't decide who my best player is. It's a business entirely. They will go and share the money after now. They enjoy them. Yeah. So thank you very much for the platform.
All right, thank you to you.
It's always nice to be here.
Always coming through. Thanks, man. We move. All right.
Fantastically.
Final thoughts, gentlemen. Okay, what you say?
I think everyone has actually had a big point here today. And me, basically, I'll just talk about Chelsea. I feel Tuchel needs to get that his front three quick and fast. Like we should stop chopping and changing. Some players are clearly not quality enough in when we need those big games. They're not quality enough. So I think let's just give Tuchel a bit more time. Players are back, they're fit. Lukaku is back. Pulisic is back. Mason Mount is also back. So I think let's just give Tuchel the time to find that front three and let them build that chemistry, and we can see things start working well for us. And based on the Ballon d'Or issue, I'll just say like there's no big argument here. It's based on votes. Yes, you can say the votes are biased, but there's a little bit of inclination to like truthfulness towards the vote. Like if you look at it, Lewandowski was really close, didn't win anything in the national sphere, didn't win the Champions League, won only the Bundesliga, but he still had around just 30 votes away from Lionel Messi. Messi won the Copa America, did all these things, and in fact, coaches from Bayern, people from Germany, some of them will still vote Messi in that stuff too.
I
So
swear.
like, it's just votes. It's what the coaches think, what the captains think. So I think that's just basically what I have to say.
All right, man. And then Gbemiga, final thoughts. Your Michael.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. I mean, I think it's been a great show. To wrap up, I'll just say a few things, and I'll start with Aubameyang, right? Because I know a lot has been said about him, and I remember, I think it was Vinci who said something that I really thought was true. Is that when we really think about it, Aubameyang is not the ideal candidate for the captaincy at Arsenal, right? He became captain because Granit Xhaka fell out. They told everybody to fuck off, and they had to strip him of the captaincy. And Aubameyang was the best player, so they just made him captain, right?
Yeah.
And all the things we see now, when you compare him to people like Vieira or like John Terry or all these big captains that you mentioned, is the leadership. And not every player has that naturally, right? So yes, he doesn't have that like character or like charisma to carry the team like a regular captain will, but he didn't make himself captain, right? But I think there's also sort of like a recency bias about him. So everybody says, oh no, I've not seen the Dortmund Aubameyang, but Aubameyang scored 70 goals in his first 2.5 seasons in the Premier League, right? So we've actually seen the good Aubameyang at England. We're just not seeing it at the moment. And for whatever reason, right, I don't think he's lazy. And I doubt that we would see that best Aubameyang again at this Arsenal. But at the end of the day, what really matters is as long as Arsenal is progressing, we're winning games, and we're not in 8th position. I think we're making progress. On the Ballon d'Or, to be honest, the argument is not ridiculous. Messi could have deserved it, right? Because he did have a great year. I know Lewandowski had a great year as well, but Lewandowski's best year to have won it was last year when it got cancelled. So I guess it was just a bit unfortunate, right? I don't think it's ridiculous that Messi has won it. It's not like, if Ronaldo had won it, you'd have said, come on, that's crazy. You get So Messi kind of deserved it at the end of the day. And it's all over. At the end of the day, it's Ballon d'Or, it's football. Like Talk said earlier, we only see 5% of what happens, right? 95% happens in the background, and it's not, we don't see it. So it is what it is. It's been a great show. Thanks a lot to everyone for watching, and thanks to you, Talks, as well.
Yeah. All right. Great show. So if you're watching, which comment with this? All right. So if you're watching and you like to follow Gbemiga is a huge Arsenal fan. He's a complete football person. You can follow him. I think on the screen there, what you see on the screen, that's his Instagram handle. You can follow him at Gbemiga_OG. You guys should share some thoughts and then discuss football. And he also does some work with Tade Osho. Our guy, Tade Osho. So you can search Tade Osho Sports. I'll also put it in the description and the first comment as well. So if you like to join them, they have weekly shows on Arsenal FC and the Premier League where they live shows like this where they discuss football. If you like to subscribe, of course, do so. And of course, Horkays is a huge Chelsea fan. He has a YouTube channel, Horkays Speaks Football. It's Chelsea. It's blue. So I'll also link that in the description so that you can get on his YouTube channel, follow, subscribe, interact with him, because Chelsea fans full here. Now the truth be that. So
they're full here. Now them plenty fans.
Chelsea boys. I swear. So I'll link his channel in the description too. You can also subscribe to his channel. Of course, follow him on his Instagram handle. Just search Horkays. You'll see him there. And thank you very much for watching till the end. Really appreciate you guys. And hopefully we can do this more, small by small. We're going to do everything more and more. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying to the end. And till we see you again. Thank you. And good night.
Come on, you Blues.
Bye, everyone.